What's good? What's good, everybody and their grandmother? Shout out to all the grandmothers. Don't look at me funny. Why are you guys laughing? It's okay to laugh. We're back from gardening leave. I think all of us were on gardening leave. This gardening leave thing was a trend. All sporting directors in Europe. I don't know in South Africa in the PSL, do we have such things?
I don't think so.
Where we suspend our technical directors and administrators and say they're on gardening leave.
Well,
or we say they're suspended with pay.
but what happens in South Africa in general is that a technical director would be hired, but as a precursor to the coach being fired.
Okay.
If you remember,
They
bring in someone and
he's a technical director. 2 months later, he's coach.
We know how to fire coaches. We're very
But I think
if some of them don't make a good case for themselves.
fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean, if you don't win, can you make a good enough case for yourself when you are hired by Chipa United?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
You can get that 15 points he's looking for in the 5 games.
yeah,
Made a good enough case for yourself.
fair enough. But I mean, if we were to use the term with administrators going on gardening leave, I think it would have racial connotations here because of our history.
yeah.
So maybe that's why it's not used.
Not just racial connotations, and criminal one as well, because as it stands now, gardening leave, once you speak of gardening
Oh,
leave,
No, but that's not legal. It's been criminalized.
if you say so.
No, the president actually signed the bill.
Yeah.
On the eve of the
And I
election.
give you a bag and you go outside and you say, hey, guys.
No. You have to.
Yeah,
you have to consume it within.
So it's not the minute.
It's decriminalized.
Yeah.
So
If I can have milk everywhere, and this milk can make me sick, and I can't have my glass everywhere, and I have to be in the toilet or I have to leave Earth to have my glass. I need to live a
So these are the things that gardening leave, protests. Okay. So
controversial.
highly controversial. So we've got Tato as usual. We've got Dan as usual.
What's up?
We've got Khaya. Look, I think we've been chasing Khaya. So it's transfer window. Yeah? So you could say we are. We bought Sir Alex. When Cristiano went back to Man United, they bought Sir Alex to speak to him. Yeah. So we've got Sir Alex. We've got the coach. We're trying to say, here we are. So we've got Khaya here today. True Blue, Chelsea fan.
Since 1998.
Wow.
I need to say that.
Yo.
Are you still a Chiefs fan? See that pause?
So you can't not be. I grew up supporting Kaizer Chiefs.
Okay.
The best. I wouldn't be a football fan if I wasn't a Kaizer Chiefs follower.
It's deep.
Yeah, I mean that's my introduction into football. I don't want to lie.
Okay.
Has the last decade?
It's
almost a decade.
But now I don't think you must justify yourself. You're a Kaizer Chiefs fan.
Yeah. So
What other teams do you support?
Well, those are the two teams. Kaizer Chiefs and Chelsea.
Okay, you support Chelsea and
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah.
In the world, anywhere else,
I
you don't like anything.
I sympathize. I always say that. I can't. I sympathize with the old lady. Juventus. I sympathize with the old lady in La Liga, but I won't say I'm a supporter. But I sympathize with the old lady. Just like I sympathize with Valencia in La Liga.
Okay.
I sympathize.
Guys come in there, obviously.
Oh, that
Okay.
1999.
That era.
That era was.
It was ridiculous.
The only player that can play Roberto Carlos.
John Carew.
John Carew up front. John Carew. Gilly Gonzalez.
Wow.
Gonzalez.
So, bro, we
Claudio
actually
Lopez.
age right now. But it's okay. It's
Xavi
football.
Lopez,
Yeah.
coached by Hector Cooper.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was,
Captain Bracha. Eh?
Something like that, yeah.
He's coach now. He's coaching one of the La Liga teams now.
but yeah, that era.
Okay.
Nike, Toyota,
Yeah.
losing 2 Champions Leagues in a row. That was.
Guys, come and get to the DJ now.
Whew.
Yeah.
Wow. DJ.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. I was in interviews.
Far away.
Yeah, so when then I beef and I do mistake. Okay, so I normally ask people that join us here one question. So you paused when you said you said Kaizer Chiefs.
Because it's been a painful experience. I mean,
Right. So I will. So you just said you wouldn't be a football fan if you wouldn't.
And the Chiefs drew me into
Right.
into let me say following professional because football is something you play as a kid.
Right.
Everywhere.
So I'm a divorcee,
Uh,
Kaizer Chiefs, right? He's a divorcee in Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah. No comment.
oh, okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the frequency no comment.
Yeah.
But so we've always like even when you started the podcast, we always or I brought the question: do you see it as disloyal if you quit one team and support another team? Is it disloyal? Is it you as a football fan just experiencing the football that you want to follow? So if your team is not, for example, playing the football you wanted to play, and another team is, you're like, but this is not working for me. I wanna, So that's always the question and the debate, right? So I always banter Tapo because he went from Chiefs to Sundowns.
Wow.
So the extension to that question is, can you switch rival teams? So he's a Man City fan, right? Can he one day, if let's say Man United get back to their great times or whatever, then say, you know what, City's not doing well, they are fighting relegation or whatever, I'm gonna go across the train. You know what I mean? So I'd love to hear your take on that. Oh, and we've also had subscribers who say, me, I'm a football fan. I have a Barcelona jersey, I have a Madrid jersey, I have a United jersey, I have a Chiefs jersey, I have a Sundowns jersey, So for me, it's an interesting topic.
No, it's not interesting. This guy likes this topic because I support Sundowns and he does not And now the question, you must just hear the question, the way he phrases it. Is it loyal or if you want to choose a different team?
Yes.
Is there anybody that can deny you from choosing it? I don't understand this question. Because now we go back to this all the time and it defeats the whole point of credibility of our show. Let's say we have this going out right now. Somebody, next week we talk about something else and this guy says, this will flop. Or understand. And he doesn't realize. He doesn't, but let's stick to the facts. If he still likes Kaizer Chiefs, he must not feel guilty about I'm still loyal to Kaizer Chiefs. How come somebody else is not loyal to Kaizer Chiefs?
Yeah.
But now I don't understand. If you feel like that, you feel like that, you must somehow you must somehow have peace with you must be loyal to this thing.
Yeah.
I cannot be I go back to my point again that I told him. If a man cannot be loyal to a woman that he has been with for 40 years, what you telling me about a soccer ball? Now this guy likes me being this frustrated. This is the last time I'm like, and then now because I see the other side of it, I see the credibility side of
Giving context.
Do you know why he started? I saw it even before I knew where he was going with.
No, I think I want Dan to give you context because I think what you're missing is the context at which I'm asking this because he's not the only one who I asked. You're not the only one that I asked. He's not the only one. So for me, it's I want to get a broader understanding because now for me, let me speak about me. I could Chiefs, right? Because I felt that when they brought Middendorf, our football style changed, the philosophy changed, the caliber of player changed, the freedom of expression changed, you know what I mean? So I quit Chiefs. I was like, screw Chiefs, I'm done, right? But I didn't choose another team. But that was my
And
choice.
you feel that is justified?
No, wait. That was my choice, not to support another team, right? So I find it, and I look at football supporters across the board, right? There are football, like I think we were discussing the one time that there are football supporters who have their club badges on their arms, right? So now, if that football supporter, right, let's say he supports Atletico Madrid, he's got a tattoo, right? And one day Atletico decides to get relocated, or it just decides not to perform the way he expects. And then he says, okay, I'm gonna go support Real Madrid, you know? So for me, it's a do we as supporters, is our preferences based on, okay, I'm gonna go support another team because the philosophy that they follow is what I want. And then if they stop and then another team is doing that, I do that, right? Just like the guys that have a Madrid shirt, a Barca shirt, a City shirt.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
so let me jump in here.
Yeah. Please give him context as well.
Okay, so I know where he's coming from.
Yes.
As well. You support AC Milan.
Right.
You've been telling us for months now. You have divorce papers. You haven't signed it, but you don't know where you want to go.
Yeah.
But you said you will never pick another team,
Yeah.
especially a rival team.
Yes.
So now my point of view is then, how do you feel like that Valencia fan, Madrid fan, Barcelona fan, United fan, Liverpool fan has got the tattoos, they've got all the memorabilia, right? It makes, let's say because it's all individual, but if you're using logic,
Right.
if you grew up in Liverpool,
Yeah.
you're from Liverpool, that's all you know.
Yeah.
You see the murals on the walls when you
Yeah.
go to school, that's all you know.
Yeah.
And then you choose to support Manchester United because for some reason, hey, Wayne Rooney was your favorite player. You're a kid, cool, and you stuck there, and that's your thing.
Yeah.
That is a different. They will have an issue with that because you are deviating away from the culture
You
where you
can't.
come from. where you come from.
Right.
When it comes to context, regardless, if I'm watching a Real Madrid game, okay, let me give you a scenario to support you and challenge you and support you and challenge you.
Okay.
Imagine you're a kid,
Yeah.
right? You grew up in Barcelona, Catalonia. You love Barcelona, you see the whole thing. But you grew up in the era where Madrid had Luis Figo, had Roberto Carlos, had Ronaldo. It had Iker Casillas when he was starting. It had Zizou. It had now you watch that team and you're a kid.
Makelele.
Right?
Huh?
Coincidence.
Right? You watch that team.
Yeah.
You're a kid watching the team.
Yeah.
It's possibly the greatest football starting 11
That you see.
that you've ever seen.
Right.
You're like, this team is so good.
I want to support this team.
But
Regardless.
I'm from the direct rival.
Right.
Right? Luis Figo committed treason.
Yes.
in real time.
Yes.
Right? Barcelona to Madrid.
Yes.
Are you going to say now that he's because
He's not allowed.
he's not allowed to do it?
No, he's not.
But
So now, that's the context.
This is what
That's the context. That's the context that he doesn't understand.
No.
I'm not saying
No, here.
people mustn't choose.
Listen, okay.
Wait. First of all, I want you to understand me. I'm not saying people mustn't choose teams or switch teams. My interest in the question is firstly, what drives you over the edge, right? And then what drives you to then say, you know what those guys are doing, actually, that's cool stuff, right?
Okay.
Then you start going to a game.
So wait. Let me.
Okay.
But that's not what he's looking for. Firstly, what drives you over the edge?
Yes.
If you explain to Rhea what drives you over the edge, it's still not a qualifying reason. Because I told him, Oremu, since he says Kaizer Chiefs changes style. Please ask him what style was Kaizer Chiefs playing. Kaizer Chiefs, I mean the stuff style. Nothing still. When? Who called legends? Let me show you Kaizer Chiefs had no style. Since the beginning of time, let me show you. Kaizer Chiefs always relied on 2 ball players. They have 2 magicians, and most of the time they were on the wing. Those 2. Come on, Zoma. Whatever football that you are playing, play those balls to the side. It's all Dr. Kumalo Ibola. I want to talk about I whoever or here why it's already Tabangli basic aside. It's already there was no Sundowns since Ilala Piano in Shusha and since
No, it's a recent thing.
What do you mean?
By recent, I mean
Recent
1980s.
How is that recent, dog?
But I'm saying,
So maybe he's talking about
no, but I'm saying in the context of 50 Old Club.
When you say 1980, how? Okay, actually, this is 1980.
You say
Hear me out.
When you say Santos has always played Shusha and Piano, you're giving an impression that they've always played this kind of football, and it's probably not the case. Yes, maybe.
Let me prove why it is the case.
Okay.
Sundowns, Eric Ramasiki. Then somebody said, didn't clear the ball as I said, wait. Then somebody said, Unasa clear the ball as a center back. I remember a passer defender.
Yes.
That's how Piano and Shushan. That's how Piano and Shushan was playing inter passes in between players. Sometimes has a new builder ball from the back. It's right now, but now let me put my case forward so that look, I'm not. Maybe there is a style. Send Nexus to be here. Send Unanelisa recognize as a kid. But now what I saw, Kaizer Chiefs always dependent. It was always dependent on 2 ball players. Come on, Zoma. On the left, they had the dog. And how I share a history about Skarangobeze, Jabu Puli. Everybody who knows how not a skillful center midfield that he said, skill. Mahari. They always, this player must play wide. Because what? Even Bafana got the same style of play. Radisa, Eric Tinkler, the Mercedes-Benz one. And we played the 2 players. Then in the stack. Now to me, as a soccer play, once labor under pressure, Bolo Hanela, wide. I feel like if you know where it's gonna stick, this player is not going to lose it. And the player again Kenya other players into action. So this style is a Kaizer Chiefs and nothing is more. Or once they are desperate to their magician. But I is Mutana Lala center midfielder like a woman, Nelishik Skuman, Upula, Kaizer Chiefs. This salt and vinegar or what I'm trying to say is there's a certain style of so the question here I have, okay, what drives you over the edge? Now the people that are involved in it, Kaizer the return of Bob. Not in Kaizer Chiefs. Not the return of Bob. Can't buy one, get one free. No one really had it. Do you know why? Because you used to glorify David Harden. Or one of the Vinicius Junior the dog. You used to glorify David Harden. He keeps defenders busy. There's nobody that pays a striker a check for keeping defenders busy. Nobody.
What's that striker that Baxter used in Super Sport? Never used to score.
He keeps them busy. So now I've realized it's not that. This guy wants you to agree with you cannot change teams.
No.
Because now, even if I give him a qualifying reason, we are going to have this conversation again.
Okay.
Your Honor, today I've given him a qualifying reason. Or a 9 like the style of play. Even if don't come to I want a team in Real Madrid. I'm sorry, the player, but you are supporting this one. Why although you are happy with what's going on there, but you supported this team. Then you finally see, you find out about, but there's no reason why I'm supporting this team. Neke rather because maybe there was that machine. Neke rather because maybe there was that guy. Man, as a team what I believe soccer should be played like this team. So how much better that this guy he's going to ask this again. Believe you me,
and believe it, I am going to ask you.
Why won't we?
Not because I'm attacking him, because I want the opinion of every other fan. The same way as our subscribers, the subscriber who named all the jerseys he has and said, "My man, I'm not about loyalty. I love whatever team I will buy." What you understand? And I don't have problems with that. My decisions for supporting the teams I support is mine alone, and I don't expect or impose
But
anybody
that
else.
should be
Are you questioned on the wait? Are you questioned on?
Yeah.
The reason why I would get an AC Milan jersey
Yeah.
is because for 3 reasons. I would get an AC Milan jersey because I like Rafael Leão.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I would get his name just because I like him as a player.
Yeah.
I don't have allegiance to AC Milan.
Exactly.
San Siro. I respect it. I know the history. Maldini. I know those stories.
Yeah.
But I like.
Yes.
I like Rafael Leão. I like this player.
Yeah.
Number two, I like the culture of Milan when it comes to football. Like, of course, because I'm, social media. I love to see how they advertise AC Milan versus Inter, the whole thing. I love the people with the tattoo. They're like, yeah, people love this team. I wouldn't mind if you came. Oh, you support AC Milan? No, I don't. Also, why do you have the kit? I would probably say to you,
Because I like.
I'll be like, I like this player. I love the history of the team. I can.
And that question,
I can
that question is not an interrogation. It's me trying to understand. And just because
This is not
just because I ask
This guy gets it all the time, but
just because I ask him every time doesn't mean I haven't
why
understood.
aren't we trying to understand why he's not leaving AC Milan? How come that is not boggling our minds that much? Why isn't this guy leaving AC Milan? Why isn't it troubling us that it's troubling everyone? This thing troubles this guy. You now support a team here, support a win.
But honestly, there are fans who actually feel like that, right?
Joe, they have their own right to feel like that. If I want to today support,
So why can't I have my right to ask the question?
I'm not saying, but the thing is, we both of this question. We know who this is wrong. We clear. As I said, how many kids I saw already where he's going because he's trying. Who wants? I'm not questioning this thing, but I'm questioning this thing. Well, understand? So now what I'm trying to say to him is, we are giving you our reasons.
Yes.
You don't have to agree with them. And you don't have to ask a further question if you don't have to ask the question.
Wait, but this question, you remember when we started?
No.
We did not ask the question to you. So why is it getting involved?
No, because you guys have that history of the Sorry.
So that's my thing is that whoever knew that's going to be on these couches, I will ask the same question. So I think maybe his irritation is that I keep asking the question, but it's not because I know far.
So he does not want to understand.
No, because I'm new.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
new.
So
I think he's
how many new people are going to get him to understand?
That's new as
Let's bring that number.
No, but my understanding is not based on this nation.
I think
My understanding is going to take.
I think
It's going to take 19 people for him to understand. Well, let's have 19 weekends so that this guy understands.
Guys, I think we where we want to be. My wanting to understand is not my understanding is not a destination.
It's a what?
It's me just
It's
wanting
a
to.
lifetime.
There's no timeline though.
that's what an estimated 8 billion people on this planet.
Exactly.
So there might be
timeline.
there might be a varying answer
Yeah.
to a degree,
Yeah.
but because there's so many of us, we'll probably give a different perspective
Yeah.
of why
And that's the only reason why I asked the
why I
question.
stay.
Because I want that, those
Now-
perspectives as
Now,
part of the conversation.
smart way I would think to get to that 8 billion people.
But I don't want to get to 8 billion.
Now, how this,
I use 8 billion
yeah.
just to
Because there's no-
why
no-
the variety
What
of answers that
I'm
we get
trying to
one-
say,
And
from the
that's
question.
my point.
what I'm trying to say to this guy is, even if 8 billion people, even if he had a survey of 8 billion, this guy would still want to understand why now
Move on from this one.
productive. This is what I'm saying. This is not the last time we are having this.
Okay.
This is not the second time you're having it. He knows it. This is not, and even without him, there is not this conversation. It's just that maybe came to an end and just like, why did this guy leave? Why did this guy leave? Now, I can tell you why I left.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I understand why people would leave things that no longer satisfy them, because it's human nature.
Just like a man.
It took me a while to understand. I never used to understand.
You grew up.
Because
You grew up.
yeah, and life is too short. Yeah, life is too short.
When you grow, you see you grow.
Because we are not trees.
Exactly.
Yeah, we are not trees.
Exactly.
But personally, I think loyalty matters. For me, loyalty matters.
Okay.
So,
So if you were Chiefs, you wouldn't support any other team, or
No. I don't think what he's saying. I think what you're saying is that it's okay to find that loyalty.
yeah,
But once you've decided as a person, like, no, I'm sticking, I've decided, I'm sticking here.
yeah,
We can be renegated, it's fine.
okay,
For example, people who support, like Leicester. Leicester won the league a few years ago.
yeah.
It was the dream of dreams. They got-
5,001 horse.
and then they got relegated.
Mhm.
Not that bad.
Mhm.
The coach that now, they brought them back is now your coach for Chelsea.
So, yes.
Right?
Mm.
That Leicester fan that won the league after the break said, I must pick a team that wins the league because I'm used to winning.
Yeah.
No. They chose to. But even if that Leicester fan, now they're in the Premier League, and they're seeing, hey, it's just play. Now they're correct. I said, oh, I like this. Oh, I like Sak. I like Odegaard. I like. And then they say, hey, you know what, man, I'll beat Leicester boy. But let me move.
But cheers,
but let me move to North London.
Yeah,
You can't blame him, Joe.
yeah, you can.
Let me.
But that doesn't mean I can't question him.
No, that's not question.
No, not to persecute. Not to persecute.
But just
To
to
understand, but to understand.
Yeah.
And to ridicule it, because this is football.
It's mental.
Oh, that is not.
Okay,
We're not like
let me bring this a video.
Yeah.
Bloemfontein Celtics.
Yeah.
Bloemfontein Celtics.
Yes.
90% of the standing fans you see today of Bloemfontein, and after 90%, Kibuaka, a lot of people. Okay, a lot of people have 90%. But support Bloemfontein Celtics. Do you know that those fans have other homes?
Yes.
Do you know that Pirates, Celtics in Bloemfontein, you will see more Celtics fans than Pirates. But I tell you now, there's more Pirates fans than Bloemfontein Celtics fans in Bloemfontein.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Now, how come those people are not questioned?
Like the
How come this conversation how come it's not normalized to question
Oh, why don't you support the team where you're from?
Horubatuba, they support Celtics. Believe you me, Joe, Celtics have early Chiefs. Look at Bloemfontein. When Chiefs is big everywhere, look at Bloemfontein, you get 50-50.
Probably.
That's Celtics.
Yeah.
Man, in that 50%, there's probably 20% Kaizer Chiefs.
Because, for example, do you know?
Man, when it plays against Bloemfontein Celtics in Bloemfontein,
Yeah.
those fans cannot find themselves supporting anything else. And then Celtics fan in Amazon. Now, to me, about loyalty counts. Loyalty counts only when it's who can win.
Yeah.
No,
But that's his
that's how loyalty works.
No,
in life.
careful.
If you are loyal to a woman and a woman is not loyal to you, do you continue being loyal to that woman?
Those are two different
Something you
things.
choose to be.
You if a choice. If a choice.
Yeah.
Is it irrational not to be loyal to that woman?
To not.
Is it illogical not to be loyal to that woman?
No, you see, you're using very specific words.
Yeah, and subject.
No, and your question doesn't make logic.
It's
not. No, hear me out. I'm not talking about the athletic aspect of football. I'm talking about fan versus.
Oh, it's the finance.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Oh,
Doesn't have to be.
how doesn't it have to be?
So, because if it had to be logical, then it would mean everyone should support Real Madrid because they've got 15 Champions League titles, as opposed to someone who supports,
yeah, if you
as
put
opposed
it
to
in
someone
terms
who
of
supports Feyenoord, who've got one Champions League title. So what do you say about Feyenoord supporters? They're not supposed to support because there's someone who's got more than them?
but this is what keep doing the Khutela Moden, yeah. If you are from an area, once we mixing our
No, I'm saying it's
our
not about
support
logic.
base in terms of
so
European,
No, I'm saying it's
how
not
they
about
have
logic.
and
I think
how we support.
if we continue with this one conversation,
Okay.
we will end up leaving here tonight. So
I think we can revisit this.
Yeah.
I would say.
so can I close it
Now
off, right?
that episode keep over behind the camera.
Can I close it off in this way?
Yeah.
Can I close it off in this way?
Yeah.
This has been a classic reason why I asked the question.
No, but
This because we
There's so
literally
many
spent,
different
there's so
answers.
many different perspectives. And there's so many different
we must at the end understand whether you like the answer or not. At the end of the day, it's something that is there.
Yeah.
When you ask Corey, because now let me understand how if that person doesn't find it appropriate to leave a team, then what?
That's just how
Then that's what it is.
Well, it's not going to change the business.
the change. But the premise has always been
People are really identical about football and they're like,
no, yeah. So
you can't move out of this.
no.
It's going to lose.
The premise has always been
The story.
the premise for me has always been these are the types of conversations we have as fans on the bright stand, on a cooler box, at a bash, and we're talking about football while we had a music festival. You know what I mean? So for me, I mean that's the reason why we have this podcast. Essentially,
Yeah,
So
but we must move on, guys. We can we cannot have the same conversation.
So
This
the-
is my question. The question we cannot have a season of can you be loyal or not loyal.
no.
We can have a season of can you be loyal.
The question will
It disappears now in the third episode. This is the third episode is going to appear. There's so many other topics. Let's talk about what these teams help their communities with. Do these teams help? They have.
That's an important aspect.
You understand? There are so many topics, but now the one that I find this guy feels very strong about is this one. So now my point is, let's like you say, let's.
Okay, so then let's move on.
I think you just need to take a piece by
Let's make this
your views about how I feel are not correct, but we're not going to debate them,
Yeah.
right? We're not going to debate them.
Just like you say, as your views about a person changing teams.
Yeah,
That's it.
I agree.
That's it.
But have I ever not accepted it? I'm asking different. I don't ask you every week. I ask different people. You see what I mean? So that's my point. But anyway, so
Yes, let's move on.
PSL, team of the week, team of the season, and obviously we'll go in around. And it can be for any reason. It can be either from a performance.
Okay, sorry, guys. The way you can look at it. A question like this. Sekiva to because now the minute or it's a fair question. PSL team of now. Should I look at it football terms as a fan? Because to me, my first answer was going to be Sundowns. Why I say Sundowns? When you judge it on play, nobody is even number two. When you judge on play,
fair enough.
I've been to some of the games that team when strictly just on play, nobody's second or third. Nobody that can touch them.
Okay.
But when you judge on results, in terms of what was achieved, the problem because some fans view the money side of football different to and maybe one the same thing. If a team wins 75 million to inject their budget to get players, that to me is very important.
still means something.
It's material.
It's material. Now, these teams, so Akshama this season, Sundowns 175, 50. I don't know how much they got for semi-final Champions League. Roughly 30 something because we are at least 272. So when you look at money in terms of money, Sundowns has done better than Pirates. But in terms of trophies, Pirates has won more trophies local because they are AFL. Basically, everybody participating. Let them that. An argument, more Chiefs are like, we are not involved, but with no results, they're really
But they want to interject.
There must be.
Okay, so your PSL team of the season is Sundowns based on play.
Yeah. So
based on play.
All right. What's your team of the season?
Oh, wait. Stellenbosch FC.
Reason?
Given their limited budget, inverted commas. Let's not think that because Stellenbosch belongs to a bigger, lucrative
Conglomerate.
conglomerate, then all of a sudden, all the
But
money.
they don't have budget problems.
No, they're not budget problem. No. I'm saying no. They might be. They are very careful with their expenditure. They don't just write checks. There's a method in which they
Conduct
their business.
Yeah.
They prefer to grow their grapes
Right.
as opposed to buying
I
ready-made
mean, it's
wine.
the culture.
Yeah.
Great.
They go back.
Okay.
So and that underdog status that they have. I mean, Stellenbosch haven't been in the top flight for more than 5 seasons now, or 6 seasons. But they've already punched above their weight. They finished in the top 8. They've already won a domestic trophy, and for that, a team from outside of something putting up their hands to that extent. And there was a time where they showed glimpse of potential closing the gap on Sundowns, even though Sundowns have more games in hand.
Right.
So for me, for that alone, they get my knowledge.
You see, one of those that I don't agree with, but I accept it because they understand.
Okay,
It's
sure.
punching above his weight. I don't agree with that statement because people want to not to me, according to me,
Just
level at PSN, you could have a team again at PSN and win it in the first. In terms of how I see the PSN, you can have if that team is well disciplined, you can have a team in the PSN that comes in first season. Moroka Soko's almost did it first season now.
Yeah.
Moroka Soko's almost did it first season now. The level here is not there. So I could understand Nora, they punched above their weight. But now in my head is every team should be getting there.
Yeah.
But I also have stats. Not every team. There's Cape Town City took them 18 games to win their first game. But not to me, your level at PSF. They should be a team like Stellenbosch. Just walks in and takes the cup. Because now none of us announced a study player for bigger tournaments. Out bigger tournaments, we are going to launch.
What's your PSL team of the season?
I agree with Khaya for sure.
For the same reasons.
Stellenbosch, same reasons, and also for me it was more of because I must say I stopped watching PSL for a long time. There's something I was like after Sundowns won it the 5th time in a row. I said,
You're like Farmers League.
I was like, it's a big one, you know. But I like the fact that they're so new in comparison. You know, I would even say like a few years ago, I would have said Amazulu because of the sort of just that immediate.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, this is, you know. So I would put them there, and also because I'm a big fan of in general football in general. I'm a big fan of underdog, smaller team just doing something that doesn't make sense. Like
So you're going for Georgia against Spain?
100%.
Okay.
Okay, you?
Okay, so I say Stellenbosch, but not for the same reasons.
Okay.
So there was
You guys are haters.
Why we hated this now?
Well, what? You don't like Santos?
Oh, we don't like that. So okay, so there was. I think the first 5 games when Stellenbosch came on the back on the in the league, they obviously surprised people, right? But I think it was a high performance coach or something that actually said the reason these guys are starting so well or have started so well is not because they are anything extra special. They are just so much fitter than everybody else in the PSL.
So,
right?
So they take their game also.
So yeah, so you think high performance center, the physical conditioning, so they last longer in games. You know what I mean? So I started to watch Stellenbosch games, and then another coach. There's this guy who came from Stellenbosch. He's at Chiefs now. I think he's a striker or something like that. Italian guy.
Dupreez?
Is it Dupreez?
First one.
Yes. When he went to Chiefs from Stellenbosch, he played well, and he was a standout player. And again, the coach from Chiefs was like, no, it's because he's much fitter. So the fact that those guys,
He probably wasn't fit last season.
maybe the fitness is not. So that actually for me is something, because even when Rudy Krol went to Pirates, his first season, after his first season, they asked him, "You are new in South Africa, PSL, you play as Pirates, you know what?" No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was during his first season. What's your first impressions? First thing he said was like, the physical conditioning of these players is like down there. It took him 3 years or whatever. How he was there for 3 years, no?
Yeah.
For him to get to a point where they are now winning a treble. And that for me comes from he worked on their physical conditioning. Feet to the point where when you try tactical things and strategy in game, whatever, it's easy for your players to adjust because you are fit. You know, so if you are a right back and you are asked to go play right back, it won't be too difficult because physically, your body's big. So for me, Stellenbosch stood out from how they physically were just, yes, they lost games and all of that, granted, but how physically they were just so much stronger than all these other teams.
They ran most teams down the ground, 90 minutes. Pirates in the at some point, then they came back.
Yeah.
Second half. Most of the games, 30 minutes about second half. Yeah, well, Stellenbosch did well. But now that's my problem with the PSL. Is there is how not logic go PSL.
That makes sense.
To me, even that where I go having to be fit, I still believe that I can play PSL.
Yeah.
Dude, you must look at how I don't know if other players, maybe this soccer thing is just a job to them. But if I wake up every day and I tell my kids I'm going to work, but I cannot TV and I go there every day.
And you can't do that one basic thing.
It's like maybe this lady at Taiwan, after 30 years, Joe, this lady still has to look at keys to time. To me, that is frustrating.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
So, give one a simple example in Ugofen. He plays for TX Galas. He scored like 7 goals or 6 goals. You know, what kind of feat is this first breakthrough season in the PSL? All that NFT. Nazala Kazari Stars, Nazala, whatever. But Mfano, Nakin Monel Pukum. Le Pukum, how fit that? He was not a standout player. Or how fit that? That player is ready to go to the PSL. So you must look at that guy in the PSL. I tell you now.
That's stand up.
Tap over like a sore arm. Every goal, Nokovic scores again. That ball comes from that play. And how can you Black Label Cup? We won 100,000 Black Label Cup.
Yes, exactly.
It was the second one. It's because he missed the penalty. I miss that penalty.
Oh,
I told you Lodge. I was it's his first season. He played better than Lodge in that game. Man, Togo once and that boy. That boy at amateur ranks. Oh, yeah, umona umzima.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
uranja ukafika le mali ukamona. Some games bakhona shut it out. Go PSL they can't do anything. How can I get that ball? Any defender, go any defender that these big three teams. How not defending them?
What big three?
Maybe
big three.
Sundowns,
Pirates.
Pirates,
Super Sport.
and Super Sports. I'm
Oh,
not talking about the old teams.
I feel sorry for Chiefs fans.
I'm not talking about.
Okay, so all right. So we're gonna do this. We'll do like this hot take. English Premier League player of the season.
No, we haven't done the player of the season yet.
PSL. Oh, so you wanna do both for all?
Yeah.
Okay, player of the season PSL.
Yes, but
You see that? He said I was asked the question and it's like
I will, for me, I don't.
let me start.
Yeah.
National team captain.
Who's
Sundowns goalkeeper.
Oh,
Williams.
Dude, you don't know who's the national team captain?
They changed so much.
When?
Who?
No, it's not the Minister of Finance. I think you have it. Touche.
Okay, you say this
Williams.
Williams.
Yes.
Rowan, that's how well Sundowns is doing. Shutting everybody. Yeah.
So to justify that initial.
Ronald Williams.
Okay.
Had you switched loyalty, you would have known.
I can't.
You plead the fifth.
Yeah, because honestly, to be honest, I watched more Bafana games than.
Okay, from AFCON and the Bafana games, obviously those guys, most of them play in the PSL. In those Bafana games, who stood out for you?
Hey, shout out to Gwen, you know.
Yeah, obvious. Yeah.
You are.
To be fair, in my view, he's also a standout player.
No, he's good.
Yeah,
He's good. Like, well, of course, I mean, Zwane, it's a pity his age. Because if we had more years on him, I think it would be different. But I like but Mkwena.
Okay.
Mkwena.
I think Riviero.
Okay.
For me,
See, I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
I wasn't even.
yeah.
I was not even there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
the amount of games he changed. He literally changed the results. From a losing result from a draw to actually carrying us over the line.
Yeah.
Even that 5-1 at his Chiefs was instigated by him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my friend. Well, I understand. Like Fiero, but looking at a South African that did well. Yeah, Rowan Williams because of the number of games. But if Debs had played the same number of games, I would say Mugwena would be. I don't think that boy deserves to play.
Yeah, he should be overseas then.
For
For me, the one thing that stands out with Tebo Mugwe, his technique. Like, that is rare technique. That is rare technique.
You see, this is what I'm saying to you. How many amateur footballs do you know that have incredible first touch? And I'm gonna have to say, well, we have some there to see another, do my box, the whole day. My first touch at him, do please, what every day you say. I can now fall like 1040,000, not 85. I want to know what I mean.
But
I know I'm critical of Dupree's man. I used to like him at Stellenbosch.
Expect more.
At Kaiser Chiefs, he was but what happened? It's almost like somebody who literally I'm telling her something, I change.
Because I like just to go back to touch. I like the game Bafana in Morocco.
Yeah.
We won 2-0.
Yeah.
Mugwena on the left.
Yeah.
The way in. He was,
And that guy hardly plays on the left.
my man, he was giving. They didn't know what to do,
Yeah.
bro. His touch, they didn't know his direction.
Who was it? What did the Moroccan play? Was it Amrabat? In the post-match interview in that game, he was like, okay, obviously they were shocked at how quick and technical our players were. You know, but he mentioned specifically, he was like, yes, they quick, they're short, technical, quick passing. You try to grab, you can't. But there's this dialect that they speak. You can't understand the language. So the importance of language in games, in tournaments like in World Cups, AFCONs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the language plays a big in every sport. In every sport.
The fact that he picked that up, because you can imagine, obviously when we talk about
Vodcast.
you know what I mean? Obviously when we talk in the game, if I'm trying to give information, he's the opponent, he's gonna wanna listen up. No, if the coach calls, you understand. So now, in about frustrated that thing, like, fuck, we can't hear these guys. What dialect is this? This is not English. Because we mix English and Afrikaans and Zulu and Tswana and you know what I mean? It was cool. Okay, so for me, I'd say Mukwena. I think guy.
After
Mid-20s.
27.
I think he's a breath of fresh air, man. In our football, he's a breath of fresh air.
You know, that's another top for.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, that's another one.
All right. Premier League, the so-called best league in the world, right? So I think when we touch on the Euros, we'll talk about England and how their media is trashing them, right? Because they think it's the best league in the world. Actually, fuck, let's get into
the best packaged league.
There we go, right? Let's think about in the Premier League, okay? Because I agree with you. In the Premier League, how many of those English players stand up?
What do you mean?
Like
From a football,
from England.
yes, English players. Yes. How many of them stand up? How many of them?
maybe 3.
You understand?
So there's a reason for that, isn't it? Because the league doesn't have quotas, first and foremost.
It does. It
Yeah, they don't have quotas.
Yeah, for a while. For a while.
You can only have
Why do you think Pep?
one other problem is that quota hiring non-English, non-European.
Oh, because of...
So how about Georgia?
Yeah,
we should qualify. Isn't it?
So the
But initially they didn't have quotas.
yeah,
Initially.
hence the Arsene Wenger era.
There was a season where Arsenal, Chelsea,
French. There was like 12 French people standing in the lineup.
With Alan Duff and all that short captain. Come on.
30.
One Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea.
That's
That's
why.
why
This one, yeah, the English player.
So my thing is that these pundits think because their league is most commercial, most watched, all of this shit, right? They automatically think, oh, we are the best in the world. Everybody wants to come here. Oh, we got the best coaches. What, right? Wait, hold on. Let me finish. So, based on that, right, they expect their national team to be world beaters, right? So my
They
thing,
play with the best.
right, and in the best league,
Out.
right? So my thing is, out of the team that England selects, right? How many of those players are actual standouts from a football point of view, right? Because for the longest time, English football, in my view, has been run by foreigners in terms of football.
sustained.
Yes, sustained, right? So then, how do you then? And these people are what? Football, what pundits? They educated. Some of them were former footballers. Like how do you logically come to that understanding that you are the best league? Why?
So, okay.
How?
So what are you supposed to say?
No, they live there. They experience that shit every day. I from South Africa can see you.
No, but I'm saying, how are they supposed to say it? How would you say? Are we supposed to say the most dominated, the most foreign dominated, well-packaged league in the world? Are we supposed to say that?
No.
They must just not
say, we are this league is the best, because it's not.
Okay, no, so no, listen.
That's exactly his point. Look, they have to sell themselves.
Yeah, so
That's fair.
Guys.
No, that's fair. But look at the pressure that they're putting on their team. These boys can't handle that crap.
okay, no, wait.
Not because they're they can't handle it because they're not the players that their media thinks they are.
See, so look, at the end of the day, man, it's a business.
Right.
Let's just
First and foremost.
Let's not forget,
Right.
we are
And
fans.
you know what is about around like
Yeah.
I'm not in agreement with many supporters.
Yeah.
When if we don't care about the finances
Right.
of the club,
Yeah.
how do you love that club?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a business.
It's the same question we
This is why I brought my Kaizer Chiefs. Come back private, you know, and if you can sell that many t-shirts, it should say if you can have a t-shirt in almost every street in South Africa. But you
Why
do
does,
nothing
why,
about
why
that.
does it not translate into a
You
better
do
transfer
nothing about
performance?
it. You do nothing about that.
Exactly.
To me, you are sleeping on the
You
job.
see, so then that goes to my point is, for England, because they've monetized the league compared to other leagues in the West. They've monetized it. We've got Sky Sports, even on 200 from 6 to 7. We've got their 1 hour slots. We look forward to that because we get the British perspective of their league. They naturally, as they should, as we should, you obviously support your country, whether it's national, whether it's your league. Of course, you must think your league is the best, and they put enough money behind it
Right.
to where they can attract billions
Everything else.
billions of
Everything that
assignments
comes with it.
for Newcastle.
Right.
There's a reason why the guys from even other countries, completely foreign, are willing to invest in that country's league because they're able to monetize, and the attention that it gets because they've been around for so long and credibility, and they've had enough, I think, teams,
Right.
United, in terms of European success.
Right. Oh,
United,
yes.
Arsenal, Chelsea, right? They've had even long before. I mean, not as far as we go back, not as far as they won they won the UEFA Cup and those kind of stuff. They have enough credibility to say, okay, no, England produce good teams
Yes.
and they produce winners.
Yes.
Right? We talk about that Solskjaer Bayern Munich Champions League final.
Right.
There's those moments.
Right.
Like, so that history long enough, and then they've pumped in so much money into it that at some point, even as a player, you're like, I wouldn't mind to play in that league because the image that it represents, because the world has seen it for so long.
Yeah.
It's all about monetizing.
Yeah.
The league with the most money is the Saudi league.
Right.
But it doesn't have.
It doesn't have the
But
pedigree.
They
But
No,
just
they-
because
They wanted to, not the way I see it.
Mm.
The Saudi League wanted to do the exact same thing that England did.
So
So you see the shortcomings is
yeah.
commentary. What are La Liga? The difference between La Liga and EPL. I can stomach more games than La Liga than EPL. I can watch Bournemouth versus Brentford.
Of course.
It's laboring, it's correct. Man, I can watch Mallorca versus Real Betis. Because some of the things that they do, I'm familiar with. Ushabano to spy too. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. And then
But I'm not familiar with passing the ball down the channel.
And then pass it back.
One of the problem I have with English Premier League is perspective. Where did you grow up? And
Right.
it has an effect on
yeah.
where you grew up. Because same as players for South Africa. Now, a typical example, Simpiwe Chabala. At Free State Stars, Simpiwe Chabala no shapas by two. About ML or A.
He was unplayed.
Who are going shapas by two? Who are on the line, on the side of the line? I'll shapas by two. I get on the side. Come on, when you're on the line. He should be approaching goal. Who now ML? Who cover? I won't get happy.
Yeah.
But when he went to Chiefs, Kabakala, this thing here, they are not fit enough. Because now to are fit enough, he's looking at, he must be able
must
to
run.
run there
Yeah.
and cross the ball. That's why I think that, to me, that's not a South African player.
Yeah.
Because how Lethala one part.
Yeah.
You guys, Lethala one part. There is no room to cross.
And there's no keeper.
So
Either.
we should be better with inter passes more than anybody. That's why I can that's why I can the way Sundowns said Alakati, because you hardly see a ball being changed this side to that side. High change on that side, come on, that person is in. Oh, has broken the offside line. How funny is this ball? Pass on Dupree's.
Yeah, you see, but that's technical. You see, but that just makes sense in play. Like, why would I not play the player? But I get what you're saying. But I'm saying,
So the English league,
yeah,
a manager will survive even with that, because the comment How many games of Stoke have you watched?
But guys, can you reduce it
And
to
they
that?
don't-
I think the reason they say it's the best league in the world is probably because from the 20 teams, there's a possibility of 4 or 5 teams that
Win
can
it.
be part of the chasing pack. I think it stems from that. You
But
don't have that in La Liga, you don't have that in Germany, in the Bundesliga.
you
You
know-
don't have that
But
in
then
Serie A.
I think, okay,
Or
I'll
the
get
third.
into the semantics here. Then do you not say it is the most competitive league, not the best league?
But I mean, without competitiveness, can you be the best?
My man,
I think
when was the last time England won anything?
I
I
understand that.
so.
Because those teams, those players that play in that league, when you
Bro.
translate them into the national team,
But the dynamic is different.
No, let's take the teams. Let's take the teams.
The
Let's take-
culture in Spain is it's much stringent as compared to England.
Okay, let's take the teams. Let's take the teams. For you to judge if I ask you which country is the best in football, the first place where you should start is who has the most World Cups,
It's Brazil.
right?
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
Now let's look at England. Let's look at European football. Who has the most Champions League?
Real Madrid.
Who plays more finals?
wait, before.
In any European tournament. How come it's not the English teams?
Who's the number 2 in the Champions League?
Ah, come on now.
But it's an Italian
Yes,
team.
yes,
It's an
fine.
Italian
Yes,
team.
yes,
It's
yes.
not an
You're right.
English
You're right. You're
team.
right.
I'm gonna tell you
How many Spanish teams have won the Champions League? Two. How many English teams have won the Champions League?
more than 9.
No, not more than 9, but more than those 2. You remove Real Madrid, you have Barcelona. You remove Barcelona, you have no Champions League. You remove Liverpool, you have a Champions League in England.
Spain 3. Deportivo La Coruña.
They've never won the Champions League.
I think
They came close.
Oh,
They came close. They never won it. They came close.
With a striker, Tristan.
When
A dribbling strike.
they turned around against Milan.
Hey, guys.
Valencia.
You guys have
They went for the finals. So did Atletico.
And then obviously it's a favor
Didn't
with Europa League.
lose at the final.
The Bundesliga has more Champions League winners than La Liga.
Yeah, but
I'm saying if we're gonna use that metric.
yeah, but let's count how many.
But remember, we're translating into
Okay.
fictional.
Yeah, but let's count how many of those trophies. How many of those trophies? How many? 15? How? Barcelona won that.
In it's at 6.
That's 21.
Yes.
Can you
That's
get
by
to
2 teams.
Can you get to
can't-
21 in England?
No, you can't.
You can't get to
Yeah.
21 in England.
But
And
the fact that you've got different winners,
Yes,
that should count.
but no,
that's just
but
competitiveness, not
that,
who's
to
the
me,
best.
what's that?
How do you become the best without being?
By winning everything.
Okay, let me ask you this.
That Pep team in 2006 that won all 6 trophies that were up for grabs. They were the best.
2009.
Oh, sorry, 2009. They were they could say we are the best team
Because
they
that,
won
because
everything.
because their competitive edge was above everyone else.
Oh, but whose fault is that?
No, it's not a charge against them.
Okay, wait,
I'm
wait,
saying
wait.
their competitive edge
Yeah.
makes them the best.
Okay.
Can you be
That's
the best without being competitively?
Hence his question.
Okay, no,
How many Champions Leagues? How many World Cups? How many Euros?
Okay,
No,
but remember, we need to talk about leagues. Man.
You're talking about leagues.
So remember, so we're talking about the 20 teams per league, whatever league it is, right? When you look at La Liga, there are less teams that you as a fan can be like, you know what, I know this season Malaga can trouble people. Whereas in England,
Anybody can do.
you can be like, Aston Villa is not. There is no guarantee of winning in comparison when you. I'm not talking like obviously a game is a game, right? You never know. 90 minutes, anything can happen. Madrid can lose to Mallorca now. It can happen, obviously. But I'm saying that in context it's all about generalization, right? That, for example, that's why we'll never put MLS in this conversation, even though that's it, because anyone can win that.
Yes, and anyone does.
But there's no you can't put that in conversation,
Right.
because that doesn't mean it's competitive because they don't have the same level in comparison to the rest of Europe in general. I'll even go as far as to say I would, like your Dinamo Zagreb and stuff in Croatia is very athletes from competitive in comparison. But in England, when you see the top 6, okay, fine. You hope top four. Okay, United can fight. Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, cool. But then sometimes, hey, Brentford,
There's more teams that can put up their hands realistically and
Does that make the
to say Newcastle can say, you know what, we can qualify.
That's what
Okay, guys.
It doesn't mean they're gonna win.
You guys have a good point.
It doesn't mean they're gonna win.
But there's a flip side to that coin as well. There's a flip side to that coin as well. I would say in Spain, teams like Real Madrid have realized what Man City is realizing now. How you are saying there's 4 or 5 teams that can have a shot. In honest, there is no 4 or 5 teams. You are hoping there is 4 or 5 teams. Because when the league starts, even the next league, they can tell you Man City will win it. We love to say there is 4 or 5. There's no way Man United will win it. There's no way Man United will win it. Realistically, there's no way Liverpool will win it. With the team that they have it.
just like Leicester didn't win it.
Emuna, yeah. What I'm also understanding here, Leicester, bro, is la ka etsahala ntho e ka se etsahala. Leicester
But
As a football fan,
but
say
also
that.
the advantage
Can
that
you do that
Leicester
as a
had.
football fan?
The advantage that Leicester had in
What
that
you
season.
don't appreciate about the Leicester, it was 38 games. It will never happen, man.
So
What do you mean by never?
38 games.
So
What do you mean by never?
so
Never.
so the
You can't
advantage that
use
Leicester
that
had in that
Yeah,
season.
that's true,
The
man.
advantage that Leicester had in that season was that the only thing that they were playing in that season,
Was
Was
domestic
the-
football.
right? So what did that allow them to do? It allowed them to rest more. So every game that they play, they can put in 120% because they know they're gonna have more. games of rest.
but then.
And they had the luck, yeah, results.
Yeah.
When I bought the ball to you,
Then Argentinian striker.
For that to happen again. Yeah, for that to happen
Yeah.
again. I don't know what
So-
needs to happen.
It's rare.
No,
But-
it's rare, but at the end of the day, I think in terms of what would constitute the best league in football, has to be 3 things. My metrics would be how many teams from that league can compete with everyone.
Okay, across the continent.
Across.
Yes.
So it's obviously then it's continental, but you
Yeah.
get the point.
Yeah.
Number 2,
By everyone, you mean domestically? Or
domestically and
continental.
continental. Okay, they can as a league as in the country, is this a competitive league in terms of can there be shocking results? Let's put it that way.
Right.
Then can you compete with everybody else when it comes to Europa, Champions League, now Conference League, whatever? You can compete with everyone. Number 3 is does your country, because your league represents your country.
Yes, 100%.
Does your nation
should represent your
it should represent your country?
Does your ask about
It should. Does your nation represent the fact that your country is able to produce the same quality that your clubs can compete, but can your country
also
produce
compete?
that quality where Brazil every time? It doesn't matter if there's not like it's not even that good.
Yeah.
Everyone is late, but it's Brazil. Brazil should win. That's the consensus.
So
Right.
so
So-
that actually leads to, I think, our point where we say, yes, great football, everybody watches it, that English Premier League, but the English players that you pull from that league, are they good enough to actually be world beaters and all of that stuff?
Now I don't even think it goes. Yeah, I agree with him there, but I go when I think the extreme. Kesha was simple. Play when you play in the Europa League. When you play, beat the Spanish teams.
Yeah, that's it.
You,
I dare you.
You are good. You are good.
Well,
When
okay.
you play in those tournaments, beat the Spanish.
So the English teams never beat the Spanish teams.
It happens, my kids. Peace. No one really did. That's how
But it
few
happens.
times.
Yes, it does.
Now,
Last season, who won the Champions League?
Man City.
An English team.
Yeah.
The season before,
Come on.
it was won by.
Hey, my man.
Count again. For the last 10
Bible James.
The last English team before Man City was Chelsea.
Yes, which was 2021, Chelsea.
And
2022?
Yeah,
which was it?
Madrid is the only team that
Oh,
won it because
for God's
Madrid is the only team that wins it goes Spain. You know? In England, in the last 10 years, maybe there were 2 winners.
They were, yes.
Then,
No, there were 3 actually.
if you got Chelsea, Liverpool,
and
Man
City.
City.
Yes.
But even today, if I ask you who's going to win the Champions League, you will rely on this one.
No, you are likely to say Real Madrid
Why?
because they've got the pedigree.
But
Because
they've got the pedigree.
Real Madrid have won the
Not
league.
handed the pedigree.
Hear me out. Real Madrid have won the Champions League when they've had a pathetic La Liga season.
Yeah, 100%.
And
So does that justify the bestness of their league?
no,
No, but okay.
No, what?
We're not saying
what
that
we are saying?
I'm not saying that
I'm
it's the
saying
best.
Real Madrid are an anomaly of the Champions League.
Yeah,
No, but now I think La Liga is better than the EPL.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that translate to Spain? Does that? Yes. In terms of that, I
In
can't.
terms of play,
I can't. Yes.
Does it translate to the national team?
Does it?
it does.
It has over the years.
But does it?
Right now, I think Spain are in a transitional period.
Even now. Okay, let's look at now.
When last did Spain win the international tournament?
It was wrong because no,
Cut the
France.
generation,
No. When last did Spain win an international tournament?
2012.
2012. It's more than a decade, right?
Yeah.
How did they do in the World Cup in 2014? They crashed out in the group stages in Brazil.
Yeah.
So we will get defending champions. France
Yeah.
crashed out early.
Yes,
Just like the defending champions. So
and
there's
then
nothing abnormal about that.
they didn't win. They didn't defend
The Euro.
the Euro in 2016. They lost to Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that time,
Yeah.
what was
England doing
yes? They got
nothing.
they got they hear me out. Yes, you can't not win something, but you could be progressing.
Yeah.
Hey, my man, 1966.
No,
How much
that-
progression do you need?
Hear me out.
Come on,
Hear me.
1966.
I understand that.
Wow, guys.
You can have you could be dominant and have a terrible spell all along.
My man, Bafana has had 20 coaches in 20 years.
You have to wrap it up.
Yeah,
Yes.
Bafana has had 20
Yes.
coaches in 20 years. We go to the semi-final of Copa.
In the last
Chance we must
6
die
years.
if you see that
in the last 6 or 8 years, England has reached the final of the Euros.
Yeah.
Something they've never done before.
Right.
They reached the finals of the Euros.
Right.
They lost. They thought it was coming home. We didn't.
Right.
The world breathed a sigh of relief
Right.
because they thought of someone saying
The Proteas
World
thought
Cup.
they were going to win it.
Yes,
But they remain chokers.
Let's agree to disagree.
They remain chokers.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Did England not reach the semi-finals of the World Cup?
They did. By scoring penalty goals.
But is penalty not part of the
It's
game?
part of the game.
Did Messi not score penalties?
He scored
in his
penalties.
lead up to the final. So do not in your
So-
hatred for
so-
England
so-
want to bash things that work in football. That's what I'm saying.
The progression in that group.
Okay.
How easy was it? How easy is the Euros now?
No,
Guys,
there's nothing easy. There's nothing easy in football.
Guys, there's a female that wants to see you. Let's change the topic.
All right, female. Okay, but this is a great conversation.
Yeah,
to carry on.
we'll continue. Let's move to other leagues. Let's move to other
Alright,
leagues.
so-
just to finish up,
To other leagues.
one league we didn't or we aren't giving enough credit to is La Liga, is the Serie A. In the last 4 seasons, 4 different champions.
Hey, my man, I'm one. But I even think this. I can stomach the Serie A more than the English women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I can watch Bologna.
The technique is
Yeah.
different.
The
Yeah,
technique,
that's-
the technique
Yeah,
they have there. Browen does not have that. Browen, they hard running, body. There's nothing. There's nothing I'm learning from going
Okay,
back to
but
you.
then also that's the thing about football is that there's so many styles. I mean, for
Exactly.
example, we don't watch Brazilian football on TV. But let me tell you something. When Palmeiras plays Sao Paulo, and you watch the play.
They would not relate more to their art.
You love it, but it's not.
Generally, let me
Yeah,
tell you,
Syria
which was,
A. Syria A. Okay, I don't know.
Just pick the winner.
Just pick the winner.
you play in the first.
You can't because it's
AC Milan.
Yeah.
There's this AC Milan problem that this guy has.
Team of the season, right? Wait, I'm gonna be cynical. Team of the season for me would be Monza. You know why?
I know you.
Okay, what else?
Guess who's the yeah the head honcho at Monza is Gagliani, the former chairman at AC Milan.
Yeah.
He went to go fetch Monza from the relegation
Him and the late Supremo.
to the school.
Yeah.
So I say Monza cynically because as much as they gave Milan success, they still gave it the grief that we are still suffering from today. You know what I mean? They didn't leave. So I'll say ones are based on that, just to be cynical.
Okay.
But player of the season, I would say. Actually, yeah, that's tough. But there's can I think about it?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, let me think about the player.
Player for me, just because, hey, I'm a big fan of difference.
Okay.
Kavicha Kafashkele is a player, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but not this season. Yeah, I agree, but not this season.
He's a player.
I've watched every Napoli game this season.
Yeah.
He's not the one.
That guy was worse than Dupreez.
Wow.
Hey,
But
but all seriousness though, I think there's a lot of players that I think play well. That I enjoyed watching. I mean, the Osimhen situation, that whole thing kind of messed it up for me because I could tell he wasn't really.
yeah, it wasn't.
He wasn't in it. He wasn't in it. He could have easily gotten goal to ball.
That whole team, too.
Yeah.
That black guy that plays for. Okay.
What do you think that was? Was that? Do you guys think it was a coaching difference?
Yeah, no, I don't think the players bought into
The new guy.
the new.
Yeah.
So
And now Conte is going there.
Yeah, he's gonna bring life into it.
Yeah, he's gonna shake them up.
Okay.
I don't think
But now the star players is either they are with him or they should.
Oh no, yeah.
That's
So
contested.
why you come? Things will be fine.
Go get your cat.
So that is I would buy degrees. At this
Oh, stop it. But stop it, bro.
That's
Stop it, bro. Yeah.
buy degrees.
The British is not the lowest person ever, man.
I watched the heroes.
But I like it.
Alex Moreno and Tato are going to come see what's it mentioned. Oh, okay, sorry.
But I like because I have an affinity to them. I even have an old shirt. I like Roma.
Mm.
I like De Rossi.
Mm.
I enjoy his football.
Mm.
I actually enjoy watching Roma.
Mm.
Yeah, they did okay, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, all things considered. Considering where they were left off and stuff, that whole sour level. But I just enjoyed watching Roma play. So for that fact, I appreciate Inter's that last 5 game, that magical whatever moments they had, cool. And people were praising the right wing back, DeMarco and stuff, his leadership, cool. But I like watching Roma play personally.
So you Roma and your players.
Player.
Oh, we'll come back.
Yeah.
Come back.
Mine isn't so complicated.
Inter Milan.
The champions.
So you're doing the national route.
They're consistent. Their consistency. I didn't expect them to. I don't want to lie. I didn't expect them to.
I don't think it
Who else would you expect? Who happened?
I thought they'd have a better defense campaign, but they just messed it up. I was like,
Okay.
but yeah, for me, Inter and give it to Martinez. He showed up. He showed up.
I'll put Nico Barreiro. I like Barreiro.
Now my team of the season would be Bologna. Not only because they made the Champions League, because I've watched few of their games, and their coach is somebody that used to play the way the team plays. Thiago Motta. Never used to lift the ball up. He was never used to lift the ball up. He used to play the ball here, and that's how Bologna plays.
And he's been
From the box
for that. He's been like since
They don't play the Italian way. They don't play the typical Italian way.
Yeah.
Bumping the box and having that. And they have a tall striker, but they prefer the ball here.
Yeah.
Even since when he was the youth coach, his name was always mentioned. Or he's one of the bright stars of coaching. Not Thiago Motta.
And then your player?
My player, Joe, I like Martinez, leading goal scorer this season. He changed some games, especially the Champions League. They grew balls a little bit and went a bit further than their squad. They should go a longer way than most teams because of the squad they have. Mare, throughout the years, they've been failing.
And then your player?
Okay, I'll be a little bit biased. Even not like bias. Like
I'm saying, be honest.
I think that Dutch boy from Milan, Rangers. I think there's something there. I don't know what yet, but there's something there. He's got energy. He's aggressive.
If you rate his performance here, who's this guy that used to play in England? That plays for AC.
Loftus-Cheek.
Guys, why are we talking about Loftus-Cheek? Fuck! Loftus-Cheek his jersey should be burned.
Wow.
That guy should not play for AC Milan. You cannot be a squad player at a team like Chelsea and then go be a number 8 at a prestigious historic.
You guys have Pulisic. You guys
That's
have
my point. We have Giroud. That's even worse. We have
goal scorer.
Tamaru.
That's France's leading goal scorer. Better than Thierry.
You had Inzaghi before Inzaghi became Inzaghi.
See, now.
Inzaghi used to miss opportunities.
Now.
We Sevilla had it ko SABC top scorer.
My man.
Inzaghi used to
My
be
man. I used to hate Inzaghi.
I
used to hate Inzaghi, right? But then I started to actually watch him. And I realized, D-man, he doesn't know football the way we expect football, the way I expect him to know football. But my man, he will build that chance.
Yeah, it's like Thomas Muller.
Actually, I don't understand him.
It's Thomas Muller.
Yeah.
When Thomas Muller came up, Miroslav Klose.
Yeah.
It's one of those you not fall in love with, but they do the job.
But my point is, guys.
So Loftus-Cheek, to me, is one of those.
People used to love Mario Gomez more than Miroslav Klose.
You see? And Mario Gomez is
No, guys, like honestly, like
even my legend, Ronaldo, one of them
cannot.
This nigga,
I mean, do you understand who wore that black and red jersey? You cannot. Do you understand the names behind it? Look, I get times change. You get new types of footballers, all of that stuff, right? But the culture of a club.
No, but you can't have a Kiman all the time. That midfielder Arava. You can't have a Ganao.
No, I'm not looking for another Ghana.
How many of them? Without the Maldinis, without Ricardo Kaka, without Clarence Seedorf, how? They were accompanied by those billionaires. They were accompanied by other counts.
For you in that era. I can count Dida. Nku. No, Nku means like bad player.
Yeah.
Kafu was decent. Yeah, Kafu was okay. Nku was Dida. I'm Rashid.
Is that what you can say about Kafu?
I'm Rashid.
So it's the best that you see from Brazil.
No, but
Was he the best left wing?
Right in my era. In my era.
New era. Kafu.
Who's better?
Yeah.
Who's better? None.
Yeah, in that era.
Ever since I started watching football, there was no one better than
Kafu
Kafu.
was dead from bro.
So, but that's not just
Now people
That
that
person
perform
is
better. Now people that perform better were on the left. I think Roberto Carlos had a better.
But they complemented each other.
Yeah, but let's look at who was the best performer between the two of them in the league.
Rivaldo. So, but now
3
my
minutes
thing.
on this segment, gents.
All right. So, but my thing with Milan is that I understand that football evolves. We get new players and we get new coaches, technical team. all that stuff.
Sit on the chair.
So my thing is, take a. I'll give you an example with Man United. Whenever there's a new player associated with Man United, what is always the question? The question is,
Can you fill in the number?
can he meet the expectations? of Man United?
Can you fill in that number?
That's the kind of standards I expect from my team. You can't have a Rui Costa, Clarence Seedorf, Filippo Inzaghi, Hernan Crespo, Andriy Shevchenko, Andrea Pirlo, Ricardo Kaka, Ronaldo, Costa Keita, Maldini, and then you go take Ronaldinho, David Burke for the English, right? And then you go, and then when you transition.
At first,
Wait.
Serie A used to be the most profitable
Let me tell
in the world at that time.
Now. when you go through the transition, right, from that Berlusconi and Galliani period, you get an Asian company, right? They give you 400 mil, build Milanello, right? We're gonna groom our stars, right? They give them the 400 million, they build Milanello, great, right? Maldini gets the helm. We're trying to now
Infuse the culture.
And groom young players. But the young players that we get are who? Tomori, a Chelsea cricket. Who chooses his games? He's good. He's fucking good. But he chooses his games.
Yeah. But now that's not that is the coach has more. If he had a coach that he would play for, it would be
So
if you are
so now
hiring-
I'm saying exactly. So I'm saying the only players I would keep in that Milan team are Yunus Musa. He must choose his game. He must want to play. He must want. I'll keep Rafael Leao if he wants to play. Right?
captain Wes.
Don't even like you see how much I'm struggling. And this Rangers boy, right? The rest, including the coaching staff. I'm actually glad he's gone, that POD guy. Now they're punting him for Italy, which is weird. But yeah. So again, we've got who used to play for Milan and is a coach? Frank Rijkaard, Marco van Basten. I can go on and on and on and on. Why can we not?
You cannot give Giroud props, though.
Guys.
Giroud has scored more goals than all those people that you've mentioned. Giroud has more goals than them. In the AC
Do you understand? Have you seen
AC
Do you understand that the first touch, when this guy happened to someone, you understand that I get frustrated by his first touch?
I understand. Yeah, I understand.
When he has the first time, sometimes he takes it first time.
But let's
Giroud is like a common character for me.
no, but let's move on. But let's move on.
Alright, let's move on. Sorry,
Then
my bad.
finish off the segment. Germany.
La Liga or Winter.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's
just
take
quick one.
Bundesliga team and play.
Easy. Bayer Leverkusen.
Hey, okay.
It's obvious, man. What
So you know you're for Leverkusen player.
What's the Nigerian striker?
Oba.
Who is it? Who?
Or something.
Nah, it's alright. I'll answer.
What's his name? But the striker.
Yeah,
The Nigerian guy.
Nigerian striker.
Okay. Okay. Kai?
Leverkusen. And the Florian.
Okay.
No, I can't choose a player because I haven't watched too many of their games. The only game I watched at Leverkusen is the one they lost.
The three.
The final.
The final.
Yeah. Who's your team?
My team, yeah, would be Leverkusen because of what they've done.
The underdogs.
Yes. Guys, you can't break any left.
But
an unbeaten season and not be number one.
The way Dortmund played the Champions League for me, that was much better display than what those guys
Hey,
did.
we're talking about leagues, not just.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I didn't see most of.
Okay.
I didn't see most of their games, so I don't know the players there, but I can see the first guy is.
No, Vince is
That's
good.
Papa.
I mean, Xhaka being captain, it showed he
Yeah,
had a few breaths
that one is decent.
and stuff.
Okay. It's finished. Alright.
Yeah.
I was giving a shout out to Xhaka. He's like,
Hey!
Always a gunner.
No, Xhaka didn't stay. I want to.
Yeah, no, shout out.
Okay.
Some people. But
Okay.
La Liga.
The league. For me, I'd say Girona team.
yeah.
Player.
They almost actually.
Player because
The beginning was exciting.
Player, I'd say Bellingham, mainly because the pressure, the age, and how he just freaking, like he literally soared. Okay, I hear pundits are saying, yeah, he's mature, he knows what he wants. But that's Real Madrid. It's not any other. People have failed at Madrid.
Yeah.
I remember Michael Owen when he talked about when he first
Ricardo Kaká.
his first training.
Did Kaká fail
No, that was
the
Mourinho.
Bernabeu or was
That was
it the
Mourinho. I blame Mourinho.
The injuries also had a bearing.
You know what? I blame Mourinho because Mourinho preferred Ozil over Kaká, and they were playing the same position. But okay, that's a debate for another time.
Yeah, you.
Mike,
Okay.
oh, I was gonna just say, cutting short, Michael Owen. The reason I say Bellingham because of the pedigree of the club. When Michael Owen, his first training session, I don't know, when he got there, obviously there's Ronaldo, there's all these guys. The minute you start to watch the guys during training, that's when you realize, oh, okay, this is a different ball game.
Oh yeah, you said yeah.
Yeah.
You said yeah.
And this is the guy who was revered by English media, the best youngster. What? But I can that. And he wasn't even talking about Ronaldo's his dad. He was talking about first touch, yes, and God.
Imagine.
You understand? He was like, it was a totally different game. So for Bellingham,
My man,
to thrive in that pressure,
my man,
type of pressure.
that guy went to a team where good, my man.
Yeah. Anyway, where are we? This one.
Yeah.
La Liga. Yeah.
La Liga, Girona.
Yeah.
Just at the beginning, I was excited.
Yeah.
I said, hey, there's no way. So I was excited for that. I like that. But then, yeah, you could tell just experience, fatigue, they couldn't manage. But the beginning was really exciting. It was nice to watch. Something different. You thought, hey, you know, a new winner after so long. And then player, it's between for me, it's between Bellingham and I did enjoy
You
watching.
dare say what I think you're good.
Vinicius, no.
Okay.
I really enjoyed watching. Also,
I
I guess the news that's around.
Yeah, man.
I really enjoyed watching Toni Kroos, bro.
Because his last season, he had to.
Bro.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't even understand.
I'll be honest with you guys, man.
Player, bro.
I'll be honest with you guys.
My goodness.
I never rated Toni Kroos for the longest time. Né? Primarily up until that one pass he made to Vinicius in the Champions League final. There I was like, okay.
I've been on that guy for, especially that pinpoint.
Yeah.
When I'm-
His precision is crazy.
Yo,
Even his goals.
More his goals.
Yeah, his
Show
goals.
more his goals.
It's in the net.
He never laces the ball.
Yeah, though.
He never laces the ball, and the gap he finds on the replay.
Yeah.
The gap he finds.
Yeah.
This guy can hit the code.
Yeah.
I see, so
That pass for me, that was the pass of the decade for me.
So
I ain't never seen a pass like
So
that.
for me,
Like,
honestly, yeah.
I came to the Xavi pass, Euro final against Italy, the 4-1 win. That first pass, with Jordi Alba.
Yeah.
Where I'm sorry to stand, guys. If you don't see my face, it's okay. Where Xavi's on the left hand side. Jordi Alba is starting the run. He's passing Iniesta. So he notices, oh, this guy's starting the run. Then he pushes. Before he pushes the third time, he stops and looks. And then he says, oh, he's coming. Then he pushes one more time and he plays it there. Like, nobody saw, like, yo.
It was effortless.
Effortless. And it's like he's oblivious about it. He's just pushing the ball because he knows timing of the pass. Anyway, that's, yeah.
Girona. I really wanted them to. I really wanted.
In the beginning, I thought there's no
really
way.
really
I was a smell Barca fans.
I was so excited.
Okay.
And then, player of the season. It has to go to Jude. It would go to Jude, but I'll go Vini. Ask me why?
Why?
Performance and the persecution you have to deal with.
The racial persecution, media,
You can't-
that stuff.
You can't divorce it from.
But I mean, are we not living in a snowflake generation, as Rupert said one time?
No, guys, racism is racism.
No, okay, not in terms of the racism, in terms of the media, the pressure, all of the stuff.
No, pressure's always been there.
Yeah, because
No, but this is not pressure. This is.
Oh, you're talking specifically about the
This is hatred
okay.
for something you have no control over.
And it happened
And-
more than once.
And the fact that he came back against Valencia and still performed. So for me,
I want to ask something.
But what's your
Okay, before I ask.
what's your numbers?
Forever Real Madrid.
Fair.
Even if they have a shit season, I'm going to stay Real Madrid.
Fair.
I'm going to stay Real Madrid.
Okay.
Yeah, Jude, for me, because he came into a league where midfielders are not renowned for scoring that many goals and he scored that many goals. For me, I would give it to him.
Decisive moments too.
Decisive moments, and yeah, especially kind of difference the 1-0, 2-1. He won those
And he
matches.
scored headers.
But it was something I wanted to ask you, and it was something that you just said. Now,
About the player or the team?
About Vinny, racism, snowflake.
I was about to ask, maybe it's just me, but do sometimes people you don't know rub you off the wrong way without no reason?
Yes.
Yes.
Does it happen that maybe this person, man, how without any reason, or you just, maybe we're not like quite sorry that day, but to the next person, it's a
Do you think it's a
different.
case of that?
Not to be honest with you, I think I would be. Hey man, I don't think I can say this here. So, but I don't like finishes. I don't like the way he carries himself.
Okay.
Because of the way he plays. If he was a star and you carried yourself that way, I would understand. If that was Eden Hazard, I would no means not have a problem. Not because Eden Hazard is white and this one is black, but because he brings it.
The ego and
You understand the ego and the play. So this one, the play, that's what I'm saying. Even if Vinicius Junior is the leading goal scorer, the leading assist in La Liga, they don't tell you how many chances he had to assist. If he assisted 30 goals, it means he had 120 chances to assist. But only 30 assists. Now, to me, that is a stupid. Vinicius Junior should be breaking 100 goals a season. According to
That's how good he is.
that's not how good he is.
the chances-
That's the opportunities he creates.
wonders.
He's playing that good. I don't think he's that good to finish them off. I think Rodrigo is that good to finish them. You look at Real Madrid games. Rodrigo gets 3 chances, he scores 1.
Right.
This one with 3 chances,
They have been compensating Rodrigo's more.
he will get 9. He will celebrate hitting you with the ball. Oh, dribble, and I'm saying, I cross your sharp and you passed this play. How you hit him again with the ball when you passed it?
Is it too good?
Yeah. So to me, I sometimes find that with people, maybe he led to a place I don't know, and just somebody
But
just
they're not
rubs
my
you off
dad.
that wrong way. JFL is the winner.
So,
Just,
but I
I
hear
don't know if
I
it's
hear you,
me
but
or-
I don't think it's the case in La Liga. In La Liga,
it's pure racism.
the
in
country
that
has a
people.
history of such
Yeah,
things.
Spanish people are more racist. Even people that visit, this Nivea thing, Irina Kovaltek.
Okay.
Irina that thing, Spain, that.
Or with Real Madrid, because Real Madrid was there.
I've experienced racism as well. Maruna Tabi South Africa have thick skin.
Yeah, we take selfies with the team that just beat us 5-0.
Hey, that's
No, but what the hell are we doing?
That's it.
So
I don't care, dog.
For me, some of that
ego.
criticism is well deserved. Some of it. I'm not saying the racist. No, but what are some of the things, Joe? Some of the things that boy does, Joe, are just.
I understand it. I understand if he was in England where they've got a stiff upper lip, but Spain is more tropical, more.
They should be there.
They should understand.
It's not that. No, I don't think it's.
Is it the
because-
arrogance?
I don't think it's because he's dancing. You find that he does that. He will do something after an incident that has. Let's say somebody tackles him. The referee doesn't ref. Somebody tackles him, referee, high referee, they play on. Muthu wa Madrid, you must check it. Not even the guy that has taken it. You must check. Jude Bellingham got this celebration. I don't know but they questioned it. Against Atletico Bilbao. And Atletico Bilbao is
Yeah, you know.
Norwich. They are hardcore.
Yeah.
Ba, whatever. Alfitara so.
Same feeling.
Whatever. So to the fans, it looked arrogant.
Yes, Messi did, and then Messi ended.
You understand? Whatever. Messi now Bernabeu
But I think that's what.
Yes,
But that's what I like about Spanish football is that you really have to earn.
Yeah.
You have
You have to get the strike.
Rodrigo, he had the character of Rodrigo. Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's it.
yeah. Goes back to center line.
Nothing is happening.
but and
19 or 20.
and you'll score and you'll score a scream as well.
Yeah.
But you will score top corner like and then you'll just be like
Other good. 17 years. He scores a screamer.
take a ball.
He was support with the
Maybe
ball.
it's cultural too. Maybe it's cultural too. I don't know.
But
Yeah.
why is it Rodrigo doing it?
Not all Brazilians come from the same setting.
Yeah.
They might
We've had a freakier Brazilian. Number 11.
Rivaldo.
Robinho.
Robinho.
Oh, Rubin, yeah.
Robinho unakala swona standing as himself.
Yeah.
Robinho the wrong
Yeah,
way.
he's
And then unakala swona that. It's just that he wasn't the success. Like this one. I never followed him.
But okay. So then Premier League.
Have we finished with the Premier League? No, dude.
No,
We got stuck in the competition.
We haven't got to team of the season and play the season. For me,
Let me start.
as well. Like, okay, so for me, team of the season, Premier League, I would say Liverpool, because with the quality of players they had, for them to still be challenging throughout the entire season, that was something. I mean, I didn't think Liverpool was going to make top four, just based on they didn't reinvest enough.
They don't have the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I keep working. It's called top four, but if you really look at it, it's not really top four. So it's a tournament of France in that league, where one team has a chance of winning it.
Yeah.
Arsenal with 0.00001. Yeah,
So I'll say
not with that
as team of the season.
Where?
Player. Wow. Look, I have a soft spot for Julian Alvarez. I think he should have won the Ballon d'Or. Right? That's just my view. But I have a soft spot for him because he's a young boy, right? But he has elements of a traditional number 9. And I'm a purist, you guys know. And the fact that whenever he plays, he always has an impact on the game, whether he comes from the bench or whether he starts. So for me, outside of Phil Foden,
No, I'm talking about the season. Playing everything. As a player.
yeah, okay, not biased, not anything like that.
Oh. From what you think? From what you play.
Fuck, I'd say Foden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Man City for
Man City and has to be
Yeah, he stood out, that boy. Yeah.
has to be filled.
Now for me,
My
for me, Joe.
My second
Even in this Euro,
Yeah.
even in this Euros,
Uh,
there are few midfielders with that ability.
yeah.
Maybe Luka Modric is just above him. Maromo, I don't see anybody else.
my
Kevin De Bruyne, yeah.
Yeah.
But
My-
besides that, on a half time,
Yeah.
I'll say Foden, and then my second player would be Rodri. If I had to do top.
You see, now the dangerous thing with Man City is that position. If they can't replace that guy.
Rodri.
Yeah.
they lose when they replace them.
So the current guys that
But Pep's team are like that, you know.
there's always like one guy that they
The
rely on.
Busquets role is the
Yeah.
Eto'o role.
Yeah.
Once you move it, that's why.
And that is his
but
role, right?
That is his role. Because Leonard, he's planning on replacing him.
And he's gonna get
He's gonna get somebody else.
then
And our bencher Mutona Asantale on his peak. Our field just like Kevin De Bruyne.
yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne was used sparingly because actually with the Champions League. I want to know that style in the coach. Do you guys understand how these coaches work. Let's say you have a Champions League on a Wednesday. Today is the weekend. Right?
Sunday game.
Well, no, Saturday game. Let's say you have a Champions League game on Wednesday.
Sure.
You put players on the bench. You play other players. Then it doesn't go well. You feel this player second half for that 20 minutes. Wouldn't it be better to put in your best team first half, win the game first half, and substitute everybody? To me, that I haven't been a coach before. I don't have a coaching license like Ronaldo.
I knew I was gonna say it.
But
I think we need to invite Milani here.
drinking on under these coaches. I don't know. I don't know. Euros. Euros. The subs, the lineups that start. You ask yourself, but how this guy started with this lineup? Portugal versus, you saw the lineup, the way the lineup were important. Yes, that lineup should have won. Man, why not start, if you wanted 9 points, why not start with the ones that got 6 already? Then
change
fuse the others in. But maybe they teach this in coaching school.
Okay, for you.
Yeah, for you.
I like what Una Emery did with Villa.
Okay. That's a good one.
And I think in a way it answers the doubters at Emirates.
No, say their names. The pundits.
Another reason why I wouldn't give him is because it cost Arsenal the league.
I was just about to say, I was just about to say.
It cost Arsenal the league.
Yeah. That Arsenal stint like knocked his reputation.
Big
The
thing is,
it's win Johnson game because look at the result.
and my thing is, he did nothing.
Okay. So Villa is your team for the season.
Villa is my team. And I know it's weird to say that, but no, Villa is my team. And Rodri. Rodri.
Yeah, irreplaceable.
That guy is
a machine.
Yeah.
Tonight. It's in my fantasy team.
they're gonna
Rodri.
they're gonna lose to Georgia.
Dude, how do you pick a guy who barely scores in fantasy league? It's like, you know, I used to have Mikel. You remember Mikel at Chelsea? That guy, man. He is the one player in fantasy league that will guarantee you nothing more but 2 points. It's crazy. Yeah, comfort drink. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. That is the one guy.
John
Obi Mikel. Like, this guy will play 90 minutes for 38 games. And he will give you 2 points every
Just for being
freaking
on the field.
Yeah,
Just for being on the field.
yeah, just for being on the field for more than 60 minutes, you get 2 points. But that's what he freaking gives you. So a guy like Rodri, yes, he scores every now and then. But when I look at fantasy league managers, and I see players like him, but dude, this guy's not gonna give you more than 3 points.
Yeah, but but like for example, Rodri. The thing with Rodri is that you obviously get points with, especially with Euros, right?
Yeah.
With like passes and like, there's a little bit more metrics.
Yes.
So I think I had Rodri in the group stage in the first 2 games. The first 2
Euro, yeah.
because I was like, I think Rodri will play.
Mm.
Then Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah, he shocked me.
Fabian Ruiz
He
played this group stage.
Look,
This
I'll be honest. Fabian Ruiz, for me, is an average player, right? Went to Wolves. So I saw there was a show where they profiled like a transfer window, and Fabian Ruiz was part of that season. He was struggling to find teams, right? And whenever you struggle to find teams, you must go back to training, right?
Yeah.
So he found Wolves, played for Wolves last season. Right?
Well,
Then all of a sudden, bang, PSG. Okay, PSG. But it's not like PSG has got like, it's only Mbappe, and then.
Well, he's well.
But he played he played like regularly. But I'm still like, Fabian Ruiz, nah. He's soft. He's mushy. He's not. Doesn't have the pedigree of a skillful, a finesse like midfielder. First game. Euros. I'm like, okay, Fabian, what's going on here?
Assistant goal.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I would.
No, but then, like, for example, and why I like these Euros is I wanted, and I'm glad I've got it.
Yeah.
I wanted the Euros where it's not your typical, okay, the favorites, we know Italy, Portugal, England, those are just size, Spain, Germany, whatever. That Albania goal against Italy, the fastest goal ever.
Oh yes, yes.
Was 27.
Hey, but you must see who's the coaching staff there.
27. Oh, it's
Yeah, Savio.
yeah.
Savio, kind of who's his assistant?
Salvino and Zabaleta.
Zabaleta. Yeah, I mean those guys come from football.
Yeah, you know,
So
and it showed.
Yeah, it shows.
Zabaleta,
Zabaleta,
Argentina.
yeah.
He's the staff for Albanian national team.
Yeah.
And Salvino is the coach. Head coach. So,
I said Savio.
Salvino. Salvino.
Is it? Eh?
Salvino.
Yes.
I know of Albania though, if they qualify again, we'll see more.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see, okay, such an obscure,
Yeah. Breath of fresh air.
country, different.
Yeah.
You know, they're not known for anything.
I was shocked more by Georgia.
I'm saying,
They have the top goal scorer.
They have the top goal scorer. Georgia qualified properly.
Right.
They won a game. It
Yeah.
wasn't by chance.
Yeah.
Goal difference.
Number 3,
Number
Yeah.
three, whatever. Netherlands shouldn't be here.
What's going on with the Netherlands?
What goes on with the Netherlands? What always goes on with the
My
Netherlands?
man, Netherlands.
All the time, man.
My man.
They're the most,
The most underachieving.
Best team.
the best bridesmaids.
They're
best.
Football.
So then, ladies, it's nothing against you.
Now, let me explain. Okay, and I suppose I'm wrong to use the term bridesmaids in Euros because I won the Euro in '88.
Right.
But I'm talking as far as
They always just
in the World Cup. I mean, for a country with such
Pedigree.
unending history,
Yeah.
So rich, bro.
And
talent, like they
the
never short of
philosophy of
talent.
total football.
They're never short of talent.
Yeah.
In the Netherlands, but something just doesn't. I'm still not over the 1998 squad and how they never won the World Cup.
No. They were never gonna win that World Cup, my nigga.
They lost on penalties to Brazil. Do you know what?
Luis Nazario?
No, they lost on penalties.
1990, and he
They
was
lost
sick.
on penalties. They lost on penalties to Brazil.
No, they lost on
They drew the match.
No, I know.
In fact, you know what Gentry says about that game?
What?
He says they were happy Netherlands lost to Brazil because they were never going to beat Netherlands.
No, I agree. But, my man,
Well,
Ronaldo was not 100%.
Whose
What
fault
was he
is
doing
that?
to Yapstar?
whose fault is
What
that?
was he doing to Yapstar?
Whose fault is
No,
that?
no. What was he doing to Yapstar
I'm saying-
in that game?
Whose fault is
No,
that?
it's not his fault. But what I'm saying is, in that
Did they beat
sickly,
them?
Khaya, in that sickly moment,
What
was
did they beat Netherlands?
But they beat
the
them.
The game was draw and then they lost on penalties.
them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why not Netherlands?
No.
So, but my point is, I don't think.
That's the best squad to have never won the World Cup.
Yes, but I
That's
still don't
20
think
years.
I still don't think they would have won it. Mainly because of Brazil.
Yeah, because you think obviously Brazil was better. Fair enough. But
That team.
but we're saying.
But Yapstar was chasing shadows.
So we're just talking about the Euros now.
Okay.
Talking about Euros and everything, and we're basically saying like you were talking about the how things are going. You know,
Pick a winner.
Euros.
Pick a winner.
Pick a winner.
Spain.
Germany.
They're playing each other. Spain wins, by the way.
Guys, and we're going to
Okay,
do
then.
these predictions.
Yeah.
We're going to.
A winner. I would be.
That is such a
I would.
on the spot question. We're not even there.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking nothing is shit. Why did I say Germany?
They're waiting for the winner between Spain and Georgia. But
Yeah.
I think Africa.
yeah.
Africa is going.
France.
You think so?
You think Africa's gonna win?
They have 3 players for every position.
They're
Are
stacked.
they quality?
Not they're stacked.
They have
No.
3.
Yes, are they
They're
quality?
stacked. They're stacked.
If Ngolo Kanto is not playing, Kamafenka is playing. If Kamafenka is playing,
Sure.
Chapman is playing.
Right.
In any position, at the back,
Coleman,
anywhere,
Kingsley Coleman.
anywhere.
You've got Juice.
Griezmann,
You've got Juice Koundé.
Giroud.
You've got Lilian Thuram.
Yes.
You've got
Does that
Giroud.
guarantee that you win though?
No,
Like,
I'm
I'm looking
there
at
is no guarantees you get ball.
okay, maybe the word guarantee is the wrong one, but I'm looking at how they've been playing.
Yes.
they seem to be struggling a bit.
Listen,
I see the Ninja Turtle needs a Euro.
no. Listen, the big teams,
Yeah.
because they've been criticized, apart from Germany, have all been criticized. Italy was criticized, they're out. England's criticized, they're gonna lose.
Let's take some criticism. Stop.
Stop inciting violence. Inciting violence.
What's it? Portugal qualified, criticized. Pepe had to defend his team. What's it? Spain as well wasn't criticized that much. They did pretty well, 5-1, 5 or good group stage sort of thing. And Netherlands were heavily criticized. I don't think they deserve it. I understand points the rest. They got 4 points. They're lucky, but the way they played was bad. You can't lose 3-2 to Austria the way they lost. Austria outplayed them.
And it's not like they had a single-string team. Chief, they had their best team. And they were fighting.
My man,
It's not like
Gago
was
was
going
there.
through the emotions.
Depay was there. They had the best starting 11. And Austria, Sabitzer was there, making them sweat.
No, I think
So Netherlands are playing with Romania.
Yeah. So speaking of Austria,
You're not giving us a winner, by the way.
who do you guys think is going to be the dark horse from these knockout stages onwards?
Because I've already said Spain will win it. It means they'll beat Georgia.
Yeah, you don't see them as a dark horse.
I guess
Switzerland for me.
Okay.
I want Romania to beat Netherlands.
Okay.
I enjoyed watching Romania play group stage.
First game.
I enjoyed watching Romania. What's the name? The captain, Stanchu.
Yeah. Okay.
For me, I think it's highly unlikely, but Turkey. Austria is tipped to beat Turkey, but I'm struggling to see it.
Arda Güler.
I'm struggling to see it.
The young pro.
I'm struggling to see
Fair
it.
enough. No, but Turkey surprised me because they always.
But because they don't have Chananole, baby.
Yeah.
Because he's suspended. But one of the nice thing about
Yeah.
this, somebody is gonna take Turkey thinking he's there.
Yeah.
He's taking free kicks. He's on penalties.
Yeah.
I think I had him in my team, my fantasy team.
Chananole.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, I mean, even I like
He's not injured, he's suspended.
suspended, but because Turkey qualify usually for everything. They usually qualify for World Cup anything. So the
That is a dark horse because nobody sees them coming.
My dark horse.
The thing, something I wanted to say about when the side here, England.
Yeah, it's very.
That you
Now-
know, I mean, they're
now
route to the
I
final.
route to the
The
final.
argument we're having here, England is not doing well. Now, what I want to ask you, if these guys don't get to the final,
You then
in that stream,
no, bruh. This is a
so
based on
so you see,
based on chance.
Which actually leads to my dark horse.
you see,
Which actually leads to my
if
dark
they don't
horse.
get to the
Yeah,
final
because the-
in that stream,
Yeah.
Mamelodi Sundowns can get to the final in that stream.
Because
That stream is-
there's no World Cup winner other than Southern them in that
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, how does that? I mean, this
So that-
happens all the time.
So that's
Even
why
Russia.
my,
These guys are the weakest. stream.
yeah. That's why my dark horse is
But
Slovakia.
that's just random
Slovakia. The guys that
Slovenia that are playing in England.
Is it Slovakia or Slovenia?
Slovenia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Shnia.
Yeah, one kill to
So-
score. That's the only thing.
Yeah, so
That's your
for
point.
me, the dark horse will be Slovenia because
Right.
not only do I want them to beat England, but I actually think they will.
No, but let me tell you, Slovenia play, bro.
Yeah, and for me,
Somebody said that with Switzerland is like bullshit.
for me,
One, two,
for me, it's a case of these English guys.
Of course, they're the king.
Like they're in the perfect. Yes, they're the perfect team to play against right now if you are an underdog, because they're not gonna perform. They never perform against so-called underdogs.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen.
Mm.
Switzerland.
Mhm.
This is my point. When I say this now, could be wrong. See, Slovenia is gonna beat England like this,
1-0
like this,
or 2-1.
something like this.
Okay.
Because what's gonna happen is England will get frustrated at some point during the game.
Yeah, and then you'll
And
panic.
then there's gonna be
Yeah.
only 1 or 2 mistakes, and then Slovenia is gonna capitalize. Netherlands and Romania, I want Romania to win. I like Romania. Different. I just like the way they came out so aggressive in the group stage was okay. They might not sustain it, but who knows? And Netherlands, for me, they don't deserve. They didn't play well in the group stage, so they don't really need to do it. Austria is a big dark horse because even on paper they're a smaller country, but their players are good. They've got high level players still.
And they somehow slipping under the radar.
And they're just playing and they're winning, right? Well, they won the last game. Portugal is playing.
Belgium, right?
No,
Belgium.
France and
First
France.
place, Belgium.
Yeah, yeah, that's a game. But Portugal's playing. Who's Portugal playing?
Portugal's playing.
Oh. Portugal's playing.
Even if they give Lukaku 3 goals ahead.
This guy is top goal scorer and yet he has no goals. Imagine.
Yeah, all those offsides.
Yeah, all those offsides and handballs.
But I mean, France and Belgium, I think France will edge because France
You're
should
right.
have.
Slovakia is playing.
Yeah.
Slovakia is playing England. Slovenia is playing Portugal.
Yeah.
That would be nice if you had the
Which one?
if you projected it.
The what?
Because
Fixtures.
more the fantasy league you
Yeah.
can actually draw them up or this one will win.
Yes.
This one will win.
But so yeah, I think Portugal will beat. Wait, Slovenia is playing Portugal.
Yes.
Slovenia.
Slovenia is playing
Slovenia.
Portugal.
Yeah.
Then
Slovakia.
Is-
Slovakia is playing England.
all black is from where?
Slovakia.
Slovakia.
Is it?
Okay.
No, isn't it from Slovenia?
The keeper.
Oblak, yeah.
The key. No, Jan Oblak is Slovakia.
Slovakia.
Jan Oblak is Slovakia.
Okay.
Okay, Slovakia gave Portland played all their games.
Okay.
All the 3 games
Yeah.
they scored first.
Mm.
Even the one that they lost against Ukraine, they scored first.
Mm.
Oblak was playing against Ukraine.
Oh,
Slovakia.
okay.
Then I think Slovakia will edge because they got Lobotka as well. Lobotka, those guys, they can play. They can play. Portugal, I think, will edge Slovenia because Slovenia is hard as well. They're also a hard country. Their cousins in Slovenia, Slovakia, so I think also hard. Portugal might edge. I think they might win maybe like a game like a 1-0, 2-1. If Slovenia
If Liao chooses to play.
no, if they start if Jota plays. If Jota
He's better
I
now.
want
Yeah.
about coach.
but
Want to run.
Right. but we'll see. We will see.
Martinez.
Yes.
We will see. Yeah, no, but Martinez, he hasn't won anything. There's a coach. He's won nothing.
Which one
he's
is from?
He's from Wigan and Everton. though.
Didn't he win the FA Cup?
Yeah.
Oh, he was a player then.
Yeah, that's
Well,
one.
that's the FA Cup if you do it. You can't
But hey,
Okay.
was he a player when they won?
I don't.
I don't know.
When they won the? No, there was a coach.
No, he won the FA Cup with Wigan.
It was weekend and then they got relegated
Yeah.
2 days later.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one big coach. So that guy had all golden generations. Belgium,
Yeah, golden
This one.
generation, golden generation.
Portugal, but there's 2 players in each position.
Yeah.
One.
It's not genuine.
And we lost to Imagine.
Okay, Copa America. First of all, let's address the big elephant in the room.
Messi Ballon d'Or. I don't know what he did.
I
don't know what he did last
Do you guys actually think that Messi is going to be part of the contention for Ballon d'Or?
I would be surprised if he's not. I would be surprised.
It's by virtue of being Lionel Messi, and because
I don't believe it, guys.
because journalists just
So that
love
Messi can
Messi.
say the NFD, nigga, was still
And you
contested.
Okay, so why, first of all, okay, I know that the typical answer is going to be commercial, blah, blah, blah. But why is the Copa America a South American tournament? Why does it first have 2 North American teams in it? And why? Mexico. Mexico is Central. Okay. Yeah,
No.
What?
Uh,
Jamaica.
Mexico belongs to CONCACAF,
Yes.
which is the same region as
As-
United States, Canada.
Yes, that's the
The
North.
yes.
Offer
Right, right.
level.
Yeah,
So now-
the little islands, Cuba,
Jamaica.
Yeah.
Puerto
So
Rico,
now-
Trinidad and Tobago, all of them.
Why is a South American tournament playing in a continent that is not as,
It's not CONMEBOL.
because that northern hemisphere have their own tournament.
Yes, they do.
So
But I'm thinking they're trying to fuse that tournament together.
I think they want to follow where
I think they want
There's no
because
competition.
now it's Haidala, yeah, USA. Do you know about it? you bump into
Well, they
the
must
side.
earn it, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, firstly they started with inviting one team.
They've always done this.
They've always. I think Knights is one of the best ideas. The guys are in that continent. Let's say like us, we have our AFCON in January. Suitable time if we were paying the players that will come. But now because we are not paying the players that will come, imagine if we had an invitation side and we decide to invite England. They won't stop their league there for their players.
Why should we invite people?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, yes, it doesn't make sense to invite because you want to determine the best. South America is so skewed in terms of
Every continent has its but anyway, I think the main reason is just commercial because the World Cup is going to be hosted in their backyard, so it made sense for them to use.
So why are we degrading or disrespecting our game by, firstly, you have a Copa America playing in your country and you're not even posing your league, right? I know that's a debate for another, because America is America, right?
First and foremost,
That's the first thing, right? Second thing, you knew. You are the one that bid for this thing to happen in your country. You knew. You are the biggest country, or you claim to be the biggest country in the world. You've got all the resources you want, and you still make a tournament of this pedigree play on artificial turf.
We have to understand that the dynamics of football, soccer, is different for us than that country.
Yeah, they're not traditionally a football country.
History might shock you, but anyway,
Please,
it is not as prominent as their
Yeah, well,
helmet rugby.
obviously we all
and,
know that the pennies of this world play there, etc., etc.
To your point, there are more active United States football soccer players than English.
Their footballers, because it doesn't have that pyramid structure that everybody else has, they can afford to play football tournaments everywhere and still be lucrative enough to sustain them. That's the weird thing about them, and the fact that they don't have relegation. They're top tier structure that Major League Soccer. I think it makes them different in that sense. But here's the funny thing: Brazilian Serie A also hasn't stopped playing. It's still continuing right now, by the way.
Oh yes.
Because the majority of Brazilian players who are in the national team do not play at home. So why stop the league at home for people who do not even play there?
And it's proven even with rugby. Rugby never stops whether the Springboks are playing.
Yeah, but I understand. When I give
Given the
higher tournament, it's just steps.
Yeah, but look at the World Cup. We had rugby. You had Bulls playing Chicas in the County Cup final. It does not stop because of the number exports that they have.
So it's all about size at the end of the day and money.
Yeah.
Why would you not make we were complaining about that whole Super League thing they wanted to do.
Right.
It's just money.
Yeah, it's a money thing. Yeah,
It's just money.
So that's why I didn't want the answer from you guys to be commercial.
Another thing for me, why it makes sense why they would take the Copa America to the United States is that they're all Americans at the end of the day. It's
How long have we been shooting?
Brazilians are Americans.
2 hours.
Going to 2 hours. Is it going to 2 hours?
Yeah.
We had booked 3, so I mean.
No, but it's what?
Yeah, we started late.
Here's a thing. I was going to say, Brazilians are Americans.
Yes.
You must remember.
Brazilians are black.
No, I'm saying they are Americans.
Oh, okay.
Argentinians are Americans. Mexicans are Americans. Canadians are Americans.
Guatemalans.
Americans. So are the people of the United States. So it makes sense. And the tournament is called Copa America. So it's the Cup of the Americas. So
It
maybe
makes sense. And also I think to support your point, it also gives a
And
chance
the development
and it
of
gives
South America.
and
In
it
terms
gives
of they don't get
yeah.
the nature of the games the tournament of South America.
And
They play friendlies there around
Haiti.
and it gives the smaller country a willingness to like, oh, we can. There's a bigger pool. I can qualify. I can just it gives them a chance. Like when Costa Rica drew with Brazil, Brazilians they understand people were shot. Wow. But then it gives you Costa Rica. They have more football. Like like Navas and those guys and Ruiz and those guys in the past. But like smaller countries, who don't have that history and are building.
Jamaica.
It can be
Small Rastafari.
Fantasy League.
Fantasy League.
Yeah, we got a winner.
It went pretty well though. We had,
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We had what, how many? 24 teams?
bro, it was packed.
Yeah,
It's joining us this season.
Yeah, you have to
Please, we'll give you a crash course, kind of. It'll be the best, especially for an analytic person like you. Man, you're gonna and a betting person. I'm
We
telling
had a
you.
lot of we had a lot of fun with it this season. Just everyone who participated, thank you. Next season is gonna be even better. Bigger prizes
Yeah, we do have a prize.
for the winner.
For the winner.
He's not here with us today, but he will get his prize.
Yeah, he missed out. He missed out on the chance to have his own hot take. He should have had a hot take. He's an Arsenal fan.
What's his name?
His name is Marvel. So Marvel, it's funny, or it's a small world. Marvel is in a fantasy league that I'm actually in,
Okay.
right? So I'm in another fantasy league. But this one is for money. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
Money.
yeah.
Wow.
And we are the betting guys.
Okay.
Look, fantasy league is about.
And we are the betting.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, hey, that one is the way you guys bet is too detailed, too intricate.
Scary.
Me, I know fantasy league. I choose my players. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, hey.
And then how do you centralize everything? Like, who do you? What is the level of trust?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's
So must be amongst
so
friends.
there's one person.
Oh.
So I'll yeah, and then friends of friends, obviously. So
Oh,
if I
okay.
create a league, and then I tell you,
Oh, yes, yeah.
and then you
Is that
guys
fine?
tell these guys,
Is that
and
fine?
then those guys tell me.
Then
Then we
you
just
have to pay because this guy will.
You are the connect or something.
yeah. So I mean, school it's like ranges. School can be from 150.
Per game or season?
No,
Or
it's
just
season.
joining.
Yeah, joining.
So if there's 30 of you, obviously the more.
Yeah.
And you have to wait 38 games. These guys don't know when we can wait 10.
So the winner of this fantasy league actually is in another league with me. But this one we don't win money. We win prizes.
Mhm.
But I'm in another one where we win money. School is 1,000.
Mm.
And then depending on how many people, there can be 20 people, 50 people, 10 people. Winner takes 50%, second takes 30%, third takes 20%. Yeah, so I tried it with the gents, and then yeah.
Yeah, there's no. With us, there was no money commitment. So, getting time and people were.
So it's really this fantasy league phenomenon it's really something interesting. I think in America it's more on American football and basketball.
Oh yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Like husbands like go to fucking divorce court because wives are like, you're always on your fantasy league meetings.
Get out of
And I shit you not. Like it's wild in America. It's absolutely wild.
Mm.
But yeah, so we're gonna because this was our inaugural season as the podcast, and we are not pundits, we are not presenters, we are fans just like anyone.
No, we football coaches.
Without licenses. We were basically, it's a start, but we love it. We had like 24 teams.
Yeah.
Marvel won. We'll give him his prize when he decides to come through. But next season, obviously, so next season we're gonna make it big, proper. We're gonna blow it up. Champions League, Fantasy League. We right now actually we have the Euro 2024 Fantasy League. So
we do,
check the socials. Y'all dudes must join if you're on Fantasy League. Tell your friends. And then you win a prize as well. We'll tell you the prize when the time comes.
Does the Premiership have a fantasy?
It used to.
No.
It used to. When the English Premier League was started around 2008-9, around 2010-11, we had the PSL one. experience totally different. But they tried it. But
You must
yeah,
bring it back.
But it's
Why
not
not?
gonna work because of for there to be a fantasy league, all games have to be live.
yes.
Because you
You have to be
too much,
broadcast, yes.
So
And that's why the schedule of the English Premier League is broadcast based.
Yeah, it's so stringent.
You know,
Why
it's
they-
broadcast commercial based. So they
simple
start
La Liga does not have a fantasy
I was gonna ask.
yeah.
because not all games are live.
I like oh
Yeah.
snap.
Good point.
If there's a 5 o'clock game, League Two, they choose to show you one game because they've got one channel.
Oh yes.
Unless they borrow and there's nothing else on another.
I guess
So TSTV, what would make it possible for TSTV if this VAR comes in? Because
Oh,
if
VAR.
there's VAR, there has to be VAR in every match.
The winner actually just sent me a message like 2 hours ago. All he said was "Good morning, sir." This guy doesn't want to win his. He doesn't want to win his prize. Like,
one.
like,
He knows you.
you know what I mean? We invited him, and then the first time he communicates back is like "Good morning, sir." But okay, I'll hit him back. So his name is Marvel.
How many points did he get?
He got.
What's the name of his team?
Because he wants to make sure for next season to watch out. Okay.
Yo, and that's another thing. Team names in Fantasy League, guys. It is the most outrageous wordplay I've ever seen. Like, okay, let me get these images. Just give me a second. But like the names are crazy. It's just wow.
You still think 10 minutes will be fine.
Yeah, no. Hey.
We on 6 minutes.
Exactly. We're at 6 minutes.
Six and a half.
You must find
Your own fantasy. We are just announce what you need to announce so that we move on this one. We've got other.
So what I need to announce is in the images, the screenshots. Guys, we are not presenters, we are not anchors, we don't have producers. Yeah, please, eh?
The last World Cup, did you have a fantasy?
Yeah, all the FIFA tournaments.
Because all games are live.
Yeah,
Oh.
all the FIFA tournaments have.
All sporting codes with all live games are fantasy.
Fantasy League for the Olympics. Is it like you?
No.
No, it's
Not all
all
games
because
will be live.
Because the Olympics cannot work in a
No,
league.
yeah,
different.
Yeah, it's
Now, even if they are live, you can't be showing them
all at the
as
same
they're
time.
live.
Yeah, because
Nobody has that vibe.
yeah, even though on the pitch, someone could be long jumping, someone else is busy with the pole vault, and someone is 100 meeting.
So then,
Meter.
then PSL would be a perfect place for us to even bid for it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that need a larger, or wouldn't there need to be a breakdown of broadcasters, to meet the broadcast?
No, okay, now, as long as you have the feed to the games, because now very important now is updating.
So
I know my
real
start to
time.
shoot or
It's a real time.
So even if like PSL had its own platform for to watch, so anyone can sign up, you can watch any live game that weekend at any time, because they're also playing 3 games same time, 5 o'clock this game, whatever. It just makes sense that we like how a lot of like in England they usually watch Sky Sports because
Because it is a post like twice
and
in
every
a match.
single-
It's a point.
and every single game you can click. I can watch Wolves versus this. I can watch Man City versus this. Arsenal versus this. Chelsea versus this.
on that Sky Sport.
At the same time, you can flick through as many games as you want. And on top of that, they even have the like highlights log, so you can watch like lots of people do like during the week. I'm gonna watch the highlights from last week. Okay, this one I got injured, so I know he's not gonna play. I'm gonna check it on my fantasy league. What. But then they've got a platform where you can check it anytime.
There's even a show.
There's
Yeah,
even a
Sky Sports has a show. Premier League Productions has a show.
Anytime.
Dude, it's a
so
huge-
that's gonna need a show.
Yeah.
But those are don't know. I can buy it. They have sort of done it, but by it, people that don't have any sporting background.
Or did they
The team scored another Ronaldo is
Yeah. Remember that one?
Do I remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
No.
Did
Yeah,
she really say
Did you see it?
what she said?
Yeah, she said.
But I think for them it's more number of followers and
Do you know about okay, no, let's finish it.
All right, no. So I don't know. So, there's a conspiracy going on. I can't find the screenshot, but we'll post it. We'll post it in the socials. We'll post the log. We'll post the name of the winner. We'll give you snippets of team names, guys. Like the team names are ridiculous. And then next season.
Next season,
25.
next season,
What
guys,
to expect?
we want to be big.
More takes.
There will be no more gardening
Gardening
leave.
Yeah, I think because people are complaining about grass. Their grass is not growing. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna have Champions League nights.
Yeah.
We wanna have full breakdowns of every game.
Yeah.
You know,
We're gonna start using the screen.
start using the screen all the time.
We're gonna have weekend predictions.
We have weekend predictions. Look out for a lot of more like social content shorts as well.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna shoot as well, so we want more engagement, so you guys can talk to us even more.
Yeah, another thing, we need more fans to come.
We need more fans. We invited you guys.
Yeah, we've been inviting these guys. Like we've been inviting these guys the whole season.
I won't bait his name. There was one bro. He even
From Black Brick.
he even okay. He
Yeah, I'm
even
saying.
he even saw the production, and then he was scared to come.
Yeah. So please come through, guys. We have it. We have enough space. Black Brick is an awesome place. Conversation Lounge is an awesome place. We are awesome people. We've got magicians and geniuses behind us. So
No, for sure.
so come through. Join the conversation. Adult, grown-up conversations.
About football.
About football, about sports. Just don't be chokers.
And it's alright if your opinion doesn't match our opinion.
Yeah,
Yes, it's okay. It's a safe space. Mental health, safe space.
If anything, the more just real it is, because we don't want to
Yeah.
sugarcoat anything.
Yeah.
If we're gonna let you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, if you really don't like a player or a team or a
Yeah.
situation,
Unscripted, uncensored.
you know,
We say what we feel. I think it's very important that we understand that our tagline is for the fans by the fans. So we are fans, and that's why we are always inviting people in Black Brick who live here, people
we know outside.
we know outside, people we don't even know outside. If you want to come and have a Rulani hot take, you want to come and have a spiral out about how you won the league and then you got relegated. See, people's phones are buzzing, so we gotta wrap it up.
But yes, expect a lot more.
Yeah,
Sponsorships and just bigger things. Bigger things, more engaging content.
join the Fantasy League. Check out our Instagram. We'll put up the Fantasy League code. We'll put up the winner. When he decides to come and join us, we'll give him the prize. Yeah, Ben Tamala. Let's come and get your prize. You can't be a champion and then you like, good morning, sir.
Let no prize courier.
No way. You can come get your prize.
And also our TikTok will be starting for next season. We'll have all the content, all the shorts, so you won't miss not even a drop.
Yeah.
Every week we're gonna have content coming out, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. And you guys will see some pretty cool. We have cool stuff lined up.
The guests are still gonna come up. We've got really cool guests that'll come through. Legends, football legends, administrators.
Yeah.
It's all about leadership in football for that one.
And unfortunately, these things take time.
Yeah.
Because you have to talk to people and you have to convince them.
And it's a self-funded project. You see, in South Africa, please, get support. Can't be self-funding all the time. You know what I mean?
The sponsors, they hear us. They hear us.
All right.
But
So, Spy 2 Vodcast. Check us out. We'll put details on Insta for the next episode or the first episode of the next season. And then we just saw from there.
But yeah.
Dan, Rhea, Matthew, Bones, Tikas, T, Black Brick, Adisio, Moritz, Slovakia Restaurant, and everybody and their grandmother. Shout out to grandmothers.
Oh my God. Guys.
yeah, yeah, yeah.